Or Kansas Wesleyan.
Kansas Wesleyan though,
Yeah,
in
Williams
white.
Baptist is in blue.
Okay. Oh yeah, of course. Of course.
That's half the battle. Nobody wants to hear us anyway. Perfect.
Cheers,
Thanks.
mate.
We're not going to hear that. Right? We're not going to hear ourselves. Actually, Good evening, everybody, and welcome into the opening round of the NAIA Men's Soccer Championship Tournament. I'm Jimmy Allen alongside world-renowned head coach Tom White, the head coach of the Bellevue University Women's Soccer Program, joining me in the booth tonight. This is going to be a matchup of styles. If there was ever one to see, the 11-3-5 Williams Baptist Eagles out of the American Midwest Conference and the 11-5-3 Kansas Wesleyan Coyotes coming to this matchup out of the Kansas Collegiate Athletic Conference as well. Catching up with both Bruce Palmbaum and Carl Kennedy before the game. Tom, both of these coaches had almost the exact carbon copy thing to say. We need to control the ball and be aggressive defensively. That's kind of what they've hung their hat on all year on both sides. So this is going to be a very low scoring affair and a very defensive focused matchup.
Yeah, both parties are going to be very well organised. I think we'll see in the first 5-10 minutes it might be a cagey affair where they'll try to suss each other out, not want to concede, and just to try to get a grip on the game to begin with.
Yeah, and both of them want to be able to keep the ball in their possession on the opposite side of the field for as long as they possibly can and control the pace of this game, which I found really interesting because of how dominant these defensive units have been all year.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting because they've obviously done probably a lot of scouting on each other, and the occasion is going to get over a few of these players, but a lot of them are experienced and they're playing in such a great stadium today. So we'll see what the game brings.
Yeah, we're live at Morrison Stadium, the home of Creighton University, the Division I college here in Omaha, Nebraska. Williams Baptist comes in after an at-large bid into the tournament following their third straight 10-plus win season. They fell in the semifinals of their conference tournament in a 0-0 loss to penalty kicks to the eventual conference champions, Missouri Baptist, who will be in this tournament. The Eagles' defense has been the key to their success this season, as we just mentioned. They ranked second in the nation in shutouts with 13 on the year. The Eagles finished tied for second in the American Midwest Conference regular season standings and fell in that penalty shootout that we just mentioned to Missouri Baptist in the conference tournament. The Eagles' two stars offensively have been Andre Akabani and Lucas Bellanillo. Both were named the American Midwest Conference All-Tournament First Team. The league announced this last Friday. The two Sao Paulo, Brazil natives made big impacts in the conference tournament. Akabani, a senior midfielder, put up 2 shots on goal in the Eagles' quarterfinal matchup against Hannibal Lagara, and then 2 more shots on goal in the semifinal matchup against Missouri Baptist. One that basically barely hit the crossbar and missed the goal that would have gave them the win in that game. The Eagles offense, headed up by Conference Player of the Year Jacobo Abaderos, was named the American Midwest Conference Player of the Year after his second Player of the Year after a career season. As the league's office announced in its postseason awards on Wednesday, 18 goals in the last 17 games for the senior from Madrid, Spain. He's been a force, and I expect to call number 19's number a lot today. Abaderos became the third Eagle in as many years to win the award. He broke the Williams Baptist school record for goals in a single season with 18 and goals in a career with 65. He also tallied 3 assists with a shot on goal percentage of 0.580 as well. Kansas Wesleyan punches their first NAIA tournament appearance since 2018. This is Bruce Palmbaum's second season. He's excited about where this team is despite falling 2-0 in the semifinals to Kansas Collegiate Athletic Conference tournament champion. His AD must feel pretty good about it too. They've already got Bellevue slated as the next game on their schedule. That does not happen unless they win this game tonight. The winner of this game will face the number 5 ranked Bellevue Bruins, who jumped 1 spot this week after Baker's University upset the number 1 team in the country, Mid-American Nazarene out of Kansas. The Coyotes head coach says he's very familiar with this Eagles style of play, and as we mentioned in the open, they kind of echoed that in their pregame interviews. They both talked about wanting to win this game defensively. This team is coming in with 8 consecutive shutouts on the year, including that 0-0 matchup in the semifinals.
I'm really excited to see number 19, especially in this environment today. That goal scoring record is pretty phenomenal at this level. So I think he'll be one to watch. we'll see how the game goes.
Yeah, we're basically getting the immovable force or the immovable object versus the irresistible force in this matchup with the offense of Jacobo Abaderos and the defense of the Baptist, the Eagles, excuse me, of the Wesleyan Coyotes goalkeeper. So we'll see exactly how that all plays out in this one as we're getting the starters announced here as well as the national anthem as we await play here at Morrison Stadium. Anthem has been sung. As you get a beautiful look at downtown Omaha skyline there, just south here of Morrison Stadium. The starting lineups have been announced: Eddie Flores, Miko Wenrique, Gerardo Garcia, Noel Zimbabwe, Seth Flores, Manuel Tovar, Sebastian Fernandez, Jacob Turtel, Aiden McLawn, and Juan Lizardo are the starters for Kansas Wesleyan for the Baptist Eagles tonight. Carlos Ado, Lucas Bellanillo, Pedro Paulo, Mateus Roberto, Ignacio Jensen, Jacobo Abaderos, Andre Akaban, Mathis Ferris, Colin Hapat, and Jacob Doman are the starters for Williams Baptist as we get ready for kickoff here in this first half of this opening round of the NAIA Championship Tournament. Both teams earning automatic, or excuse me, not earning automatic bids, but qualifying based on their record this season out of the respective conferences. The Kansas Wesleyan men's soccer team, obviously coming out of the state of Kansas, Williams Baptist out of Arkansas. Weather is going to be a factor in this one. It is a chilly 34 degrees, and that temperature has dropped 10 degrees in the last hour. So we'll keep an eye on that and see how both teams respond to the weather tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, especially those from Arkansas. I remember us going down there a few years ago, us and the men's team, and it's the first time they ever had snow, I think, in about 10, 15 years. And the whole town could not even function. So it'll be interesting to see how they deal in here.
Yeah, no precipitation in the expected tonight, but it is Omaha, so give it about 5 minutes if you don't like the weather. The Kansas Wesleyan in the whites tonight and Williams Baptist in their blacks, moving the ball right to left here on your screen.
I think we're going to see Williams Baptist have early possession in here, try to shift the ball, unbalance the opponent as much as you can. Kansas Wesleyan look like they're going in a 4-5-1 at the moment. So yeah, let's see how the next 5-10 minutes prevails.
Yeah, we'll see if Kansas Wesleyan's able to even get the ball past midfield. It's been a struggle for a lot of Baptist's opponents all season, and they're able to do it here.
And that's a big thing, especially if they've got the ball most of the time. It's obviously hard for the opponent to score against them. So I think the field will be a big factor today as well. Everyone talks about Creighton's field being obviously very big. So I'm not sure what it's like in Kansas Wesleyan, and I haven't been there for a few years. So yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, that's what the coaching staff of Williams Baptist talked about, wanting to keep the ball on the opposite 2/3 of the field, and they've struggled with that so far here. This one's going to go out of bounds and back. Looks like they're going to say this one's going to stay with Kansas Wesleyan on the last touch by the Eagles.
We can see Kansas Wesleyan are taking their time. That might be a common trend. Every set piece, every goal kick.
Yeah, we talk about stylistic matchups, and I think that's what we're going to see tonight. I mean, I don't think you're going to see we're talking boxing standards, I don't think we're going to see a whole lot of haymakers. We're going to see a lot of body blows and trying to will down the other team and just take their will away from this cold temperature and a high stakes matchup.
Yeah, as long as we don't see another Tyson Drake Paul fighting, we might be okay tonight.
This outcome is not predetermined. This is a legitimate sporting event tonight, and I hope our signal is better than Netflix as well tonight, and we don't have any issues getting the broadcast out.
You had to get that one in there.
And I can't guarantee it, but I hope hopefully everybody is wearing their pants at this event as well. Stoppage of play here. Like it may have been touched out of bounds again. The ball going to stay with the Eagles.
Yeah, it's early on. It's very stop-start still. Hopefully we can get some flow into this as the minutes prevail.
Yeah, and I think that's to your point a minute ago. I think that's a lot of what we're going to see here is just both teams really feeling each other out, trying to find out where the weaknesses, if there are any defensively for either one of these squads, and try to capitalize.
Yeah, and all the players just want to get settled as well. We've already seen a few kicks here and there. Just do not want to make a mistake. Don't want to be that player. So
very clear, trying to get the ball the other side of the field here. Just this Wesleyan defense not really giving up much of an inch. I see a chance of trying to find something there through the midway, but can't. And now he's got a runner here and maybe an opener in the middle. Clear shot off goal, goes out of bounds. It's going to go back to Kansas Wesleyan here.
Yeah, I think he initially done very well to get out of that 1v1 and probably should have been a little bit more patient in the build up there, but probably wanted to make an impact really early on. So
yeah, he dribbled into a lot of traffic there, and I think he was expecting somebody to come across the middle, and there just wasn't anybody there.
Good little early pressure there. Intensity's just risen a little bit.
Yeah, you hear the benches for both teams kind of being vocalized and trying to keep the energy up. And it was late game and cold weather temperatures. You need all the energy and juice that you can get, especially if you can get it from your own teammates on the sideline.
That's massive, isn't it? You forget those that are on the bench and their energy and their encouragement just goes so far, especially when you get into this period of time. We've been together all year as well.
One thing you got to hope here, if you're Williams Baptist, you can't get discouraged by how much you've had to play this early on your side of the field, heading in to the 43rd minute here. Obviously, they haven't had a whole lot of success getting the ball on the other side, but you already have one shot on goal here, and you want to keep this pressure up and really make Williams Baptist work for it.
Yeah, and we're now seeing William Baptist spread the field out as well, making it as big as possible. The more they do that, it's going to be a very, very long night for Kansas Wesleyan, shifting side to side.
This is clearly an attempt to wear down the defense here and try to get them to exert as much energy as possible and start attacking goal, right?
Yeah, and as we can see now that all the Kansas Wesleyan has shifted over nicely, so now it's the pace of the pass of Williams Baptist, and can they go over to the other side to overload to create 2v1s? You can see here as well, 17's really wide. I think he could be a little bit higher if he wanted to. There's good movement.
Just great movement here by Williams Baptist, just keeping control and not really rushing anything. Now find a hole here in the defense, trying to push it past the second third of the field. Look for a clear here and a header into the box, and then just knocked away by the Wesleyan defense. This one's going to go out of bounds.
Once again, good pressure, good counter pressure and from Williams Baptist. So Kansas Wesleyan are doing a good job though. They're being organized.
Yeah, they're being disciplined too. You don't see anybody over pursuing to either side of the field, and the Coyotes really kind of staying in their lane and not really pressuring out of the box either. Both balls that we've seen kind of end up in the box have been kind of put in a shallow field and really letting the pace of the game dictate where the ball goes.
They are, and they've just got to do a little bit, maybe something a bit different in possession. It's twice now they've come out the same side, and 17 for obviously Williams Baptist went twice, and we don't know if that's maybe a tactic where they feel they can.
Yeah, Ignacio Jensen has really been the guy that's dictated the pace of this game. I mean, we've kind of seen this east to west approach here by the Eagles, and anytime they get it past midfield, I mean, he's really the guy that's dictating where the ball goes afterwards. But the Eagles not in any big hurry to try to put pressure on it. I think they've felt really good about the pace of the game and where the ball has gone up until this point, and not really doing anything uncharacteristically. And I don't expect to see that out of either team tonight.
No, they look very comfortable right now, and I think they stay patient, they're going to create a chance sooner rather than later.
Great pass ball there by the Coyotes, and now they got a chance to attack, get the ball on the other side of the field, and patiently waiting, move the ball downfield. To your point, nobody just wants to make that mistake. They want to be in control. Now it's their turn to put a little bit of pressure on the Eagles defense.
It is, but Williams Baptist, their transition there to get numbers behind the ball as soon as they lost it was very, very good. So, but here we go. Kansas Wesleyan in the middle third. What can they do here?
Cross to the middle, and Ignacio Jensen again down there just in the way and just creating chaos. Anytime he touches the ball, he's been in control of dictating the pace as he does here and tries to get the ball back on his team side of the field.
These are going to be the moments in here where transition, numbers, here you go. I know it's 4 versus 2, but still, Kansas Wesleyan need to get bodies back, stay organized.
If you're coaching this game and you're having this conversation on the sideline, if you're Williams Baptist, would you prefer to see maybe a couple more risky shots on goal, or are you okay with them dictating the pace?
I'm pretty happy them dictating the pace at the moment. I think the more they shift from side to side, it's only a matter of time. One or two of the Kansas Wesleyan players maybe switch off. I'd like to see the ball probably go in wide areas a little bit more. We've got no crosses in the box yet.
Yeah, they've almost completely avoided the middle part of the field to this point. They've had the one shot on goal that came from just outside of the box in the middle, but no crosser to get there. A lot of dribbling inside to a lot of traffic like we just saw there.
I think both coaches right now would probably both be happy. I think Kansas Wesleyan have been disciplined, like you said. They've been organised, limited chances, but Williams Baptist are probably happy on the other end because they've had most of the ball. So they just need to create a few chances with this possession.
Yeah, obviously a great discipline there by the Coyotes trying to make something happen. We're starting to see it get a little bit chippier. The stakes are high, folks. This is the opening round of the NAIA men's national tournament. The winner of this game to see Bellevue University on Saturday, and Tom White's best friend Markeith Preston's team is waiting in the wings.
Yeah, he's going to be excited. Obviously, I saw him earlier. He's going to be watching, taking notes. I'm sure he's watched probably 10 games of each of these opponents, knowing him. So,
yeah. We saw him earlier in the box. Looked like the whole staff was in there. Maybe watching this one, obviously, in great anticipation. Not a strange for Bellevue University to be in these big game moments.
Not at all, is it? He's built the program up fantastically, and obviously they went far last year, and see how far they can go this year.
I think that's the nicest thing I've ever heard you say about that. Wesleyan now Williams Baptist just dribbling it out here, trying to set the pace and keep the tone the way it's gone. This has really been their game up until this point, but the Coyotes have not really flinched yet, and I expect this to be kind of the pace for the rest of this game. I mean, nobody's taking too many chances because they know what's on the line here. It's a chance to play for a national championship. It's a chance to play the number 5 team in the country, and that's what we're talking about here. Yeah, a little bit of aggressive push there in the back.
This is a good opportunity for a set piece and an opportunity to score a goal. So let's see what we do here. We're obviously set pieces win and lose games. So do not want to be conceding from a set piece, especially at this stage of the year.
Yeah, if you're Williams Baptist here, you got to find a way to get the ball to Cub Abaderas and let him get a shot on goal here, in my opinion.
Not got 10 yards here at all. I don't think that'll dictate the flight of the ball in here.
Yeah, that far out, that's about where you expect that to end up.
Yeah, it's probably poor execution. I expect you got to overhit them ones. Get it in the box.
Yeah, we saw the flag before the game during the national anthem. Not a ton of wind here. Not going to dictate a whole lot tonight. It looks like it was about a 2-mile-an-hour breeze coming out of the north. The stadium runs from your left to right, north to south. That should not be much of a factor tonight.
No, they've picked a good night because yesterday was very, very windy.
Yeah, we had about 41-mile-an-hour winds in Omaha yesterday. Today, not even close to the case.
Better delivery there.
Great job by Santiago Pagnotti just getting in front of that one, being able to palm that and get the ball back in play here and hopefully get the ball on the other side of the field.
And once again, they've decided to build out from this side. They've obviously been watching something, or their game plan is to build and come through the right side of Kansas Wesleyan. They're not getting much success, so we'll see if that trend continues.
Also, Dow just getting the ball downfield, trying to make something happen and clear it out there, and he does.
Kansas Wesleyan got a lot of numbers behind the ball. It's very hard to break down them centrally. I think the wide players have to get wider, have to get higher.
Yeah, kind of what we've seen from Baptist. They've been going left to right here, and they're kind of keeping it left to middle of the field at this point. And that's playing right into the Coyotes scheme right here, as we see now on a little bit of a break here and have a couple of numbers in front of the ball and maybe a shot to put one on goal here by the Coyotes if they can keep this in play, and they can't.
It's a good opportunity, but Kansas Wesleyan are going to be happy, very happy with how things are going so far in the first 12 minutes.
Maybe a squandered opportunity there. We'll see if they end up paying for it.
Yeah, you really got to take care of the ball there, especially in those moments. Give yourself a little breathing room as well. You've been very disciplined off the ball. Obviously, a lot of energy off the ball. So when you've got it, you've got to take care of it.
I think that's the first time we've really seen this game speed up for either side too. And understandably so. I mean, it's really the first time Kansas Wesleyan's had any sort of shot on this side of the field.
Yeah, and you can feel it now as well. The energy, the excitement. I think the nervousness are gone now. I think they're really into the game.
Yeah, guys getting in their comfort zone. Not really a peanut. Blast that one out of the box for Wesleyan. He's shooting for Williams Baptist. A little bit of pressure on the net here. Great defensive stance by Kansas Wesleyan yet again, though. Just really not over pursuing the ball and playing the ball handler.
Yeah, that's probably the first time they've gone through a central area and had a bit of success. And
see what the Coyotes are able to do here now in possession again on the other side of the field. Again, another hard push ball up the field that ends up back in a handful of black jerseys.
Yeah, and I think that's credit to Williams Baptist. Pressure on the ball. Didn't have any option. Didn't have time to think. Coughed up possession again.
Yeah, they just didn't have the numbers and a ton of white jerseys on the north side of the field, not really pursuing the ball. Not a lot of runners to the net either.
No, and with this back three here with Williams Baptist, I'd really like to see this right centre back now maybe drive with the ball a little bit, and the left side of number 40 as well. There's a lot of space for him where they can create 2v1s in wide areas. They have to get numbers
I
up.
think that's what they're setting up here because it looks like they're going to try to push it up, and they are. Colin Happ trying to make something happen here and hands it off to Jensen and gives it back to him. Would you like to see that clear there, maybe up the field, or are you okay with them pushing into the back half and trying to make something happen?
Well, yeah, I like the patience. I just think both the outside centre backs could drive with the ball instead of passing it maybe into their midfielders, and because they're just keeping possession now with no purpose really. They haven't created anything yet, as we've seen.
Nice shallow pass by Paganelli.
There we go. Once again, they've gone out this side.
It kind of feels like Kansas Wesleyan at some point is going to have to take a shot downfield, maybe clear some space.
Yeah, I agree. Maybe they do go direct.
This could be an opportunity here. And honestly, they haven't really had to pay for it yet. Great pass there, but just a little bit too far in front of the runner, and ball goes back over to the Eagles.
Yeah, once again, offering up possession when they've done so well defensively.
There's that kind of aggression we see trying to push the ball downfield, and unfortunately ends up back in the Coyotes' possession here. Let's see if they're able to move it past midfield yet again.
Yeah, we might see Williams Baptist go a little bit direct as well. That might push Kansas Wesleyan up and maybe create space between lines for their midfielders to play in. So we'll see it. We'll see how the teams adapt as time goes on.
Looks like Baptist is going to pull back here and maybe play a little more of a zone defense, and then Coyotes just give it right to Jensen, who's able to get it back on the opposite side of the field.
Yeah, they need to just string a few passes together. Just have a little bit of calmness throughout the team as well.
Yeah, that's been kind of the catalyst for both sides right now. Neither team just in a ton of offensive flow, moving the ball or dribbling. They're just kind of trying to clear the field a little bit and over pursue to
it. Better spell here, keeping the ball.
Hayden McFlag in here trying to get something going. Short pass, a great handoff. Ball ends up back on the second third of the Coyotes.
There we go. Much better from Kansas Wesleyan. If they can't go forward, they just keep possession.
Yeah, that's what their head coach told us they wanted to do tonight. It's not really something we've seen them execute to a T at this point. They've been aggressive defensive, which he said they wanted to do, but they have not had a whole lot of time of possession here.
No, and they can go through being very defensive, but you need to create chances, obviously, to win a game.
Shot to clear here.
Yeah. Get numbers in the box.
They tapped out and a shot on goal. Too hard, too strong out of bounds. Well, he was going to go back to the Eagles.
Great opportunity for Kansas Wesleyan there. Good numbers in the box. Good numbers around. I think he could have took a touch, settled himself, and
yeah, and it looked like Mike Rinke's his cleat may have gotten caught in the turf there for a minute too. His foot kind of stopped right where he tried planting it. Didn't give a lot of give. So
no, he looked a bit awkward, didn't he? Definitely.
Eagles not rushing it here. They've controlled most of this game and in the time of possession and have not given up a whole lot to these Coyotes. That really the true first shot on goal for Kansas Wesleyan early in this first half.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best opportunity of the half.
Yeah, for either team.
Yeah, definitely.
There's something to be said about being this patient and not letting the moment overcome you. Again, we just talked about this. Williams Baptist's third consecutive appearance, so they're not shy of this one. They're used to it again.
Yeah, that goes a long way, especially when you've been there, you've done it, you can feel it.
There's been a calm aggressiveness from both sides, though, as we've seen it get a little bit chippy through this point. They're not really too shy about putting hands on each other and making sure that they're setting the aggressive tone early.
No, not at all. I think they've been very collective, both parties here so far. So I think we're going to see our first sub as well. Come on, that might change a few things here.
Yeah, I don't anticipate seeing a lot of swaps out tonight, though. I mean, especially with the way this game is being paced. Also, Jensen just got forearm shiver in the back. He's a little late to get up. See if I think he felt some type of way about that's a flagrant shove.
That's a good way of getting it out.
Yeah. Cleared some space for his team that didn't touch the ball.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done the same, unfortunately, as a player. So fair play to him.
I mean, he took a pretty rough shot to the shoulder blade there. He's kind of grabbing at his face still. That might be something to watch. So he kind of motions over the sideline.
He'll be fine. Our soccer players are a little bit dramatic. You know, Jimmy.
I've never heard that before. Jensen now with a chance to make a count here and turns the ball over, and the Coyotes are going to have a chance to run here. Maybe now they decide to pull it out.
Yeah, for me, it's another opportunity for him to drive the ball instead of passing it when he was 1v1. And
I will say this though, it seems like every time a white jersey gets a foot on the ball, there's two black jerseys standing right in front of them.
Yeah, they're doing very good. They do very well getting them when they do lose possession.
The 26th minute here, 0-0 game at Morrison Stadium between Kansas Wesleyan and Williams Baptist of Arkansas.
There you go.
Shot on goal, and it was just outside.
Settled himself lovely. Good technique, good strike. Just whiskers away that, wasn't it?
Yeah, that looked like that was going in for a minute there. Great job by Santiago Pignati to try to get there. Just if it was on target, he just did not have enough to get there, and that would have been a goal, but just off the mark.
And every soccer player loves those moments when the ball's bouncing in front, 25, 30 yards out on the volley.
And he didn't have a black jersey anywhere near. He just wanted to kind of put it on there. Maybe just figuring out the dynamics and the dimensions of Morrison Stadium. It's going to take a little bit of time as we get near the end of the first half here in the 25th minute.
Yeah, and that's something we forget to take in consideration. Both teams have not played here before. So that's a big factor.
Yeah, and that was something that Bruce Paulman talked to us about as well. He said, we gotta get used to playing in this stadium in this environment. And obviously, it is a cold night, so not a ton of fans in attendance for this opening round match. But again, it's a stadium that you're not used to. It's a field that you're not used to. It might be turf that you're not used to in a setting that's completely different as well.
Of course. Do you know how many practice sessions both teams got to?
They got 2 each, I believe.
Okay, so at least they got a few.
I say I believe because they were scheduled for 2, but I don't know if the wind yesterday dictated whether or not they were both able to be down here for that. Because as we said, at 41-mile-an-hour wind yesterday, that was absolutely nothing to joke about.
No, it wasn't. I'm sure they came out and done something just to get a feel, just to be in the stadium. I think that's crucial.
Williams Baptist now gets the ball past midfield here, and then trying to get past the halfway mark. clear out situation here, and the Eagles are going to press. Pop puts the ball over to the middle, and now we're going to have another chance to get it clear, but again, just pushing east to west.
This is a good spell of possession. We're in the middle, attacking third now. Kansas Wesleyan have got a lot of numbers behind the ball.
There's Baptist again, just choosing to play it safe and not really pressing anything and pushing the ball upfield. Now a shot to clear, and then again, the Coyotes just a great space to get the ball back and maybe try to push the ball downfield.
Once they win possession, they've got to keep it, because if not, they're just going to so much pressure. There's a long, long way to go in this game.
But again, just I was about to say no pressure downfield, and for the first time all game, the Eagles do push it into the middle third and now have possession at the 3/4 of the mark. Ball back over to the Coyotes.
I think when Kansas Wesleyan win the ball as well, they've got to get numbers forward as well. Not just playing to their midfielders and forwards and just and watch. I've got to support them. Well, it's going to be a long night for everyone.
I get what you're trying to do there and clear it out, but felt like he had an opportunity on the left side of the field there to maybe push it down and get something going rhythmatically offensively. Not he just launches one in the box, and the ball's back over to Williams Baptist. Eagles pacing the game out again to the right side of the field, and then they get cleared down, and it's going to go out of bounds and go back to the Coyotes.
That's a good opportunity. It's just execution. It just needs to be longer and into the space behind them. Defenders hate the ball over them, so it's just that final pass to maybe get to a good creating opportunity.
Yeah, and it really feels like the Eagles' offense is starting to get a little more comfortable and a little bit more in rhythm, and as we talked about earlier, trying to wear down this Coyotes defense. And I think that's where we're starting to see a few more shots down the field.
Yeah, we are. We're seeing a few subs as well from Kansas Wesleyan. Hopefully those subs will get rolled defensively because they've been very organised.
Just about 20 minutes left on the clock here. We get another shot on goal, and this one just another slippage. That might be something to see. We saw Wesleyan get a shot on goal and a slip down there, and some weird footing, and then another slip with a shot there. There hasn't been a ton of moisture in the area, but back-to-back slips on shots on goals.
That's frustrating. What an opportunity that is to score a goal. I thought 19 would have gone and been a little bit more greedy there, maybe gone to goal, but decided to cut back and didn't get a good connection.
Yeah, and he's the guy that very rarely makes that mistake, as we mentioned at the beginning. Jacobo Abadero's 18 goals in 17 games. That's the guy in that moment you want the ball in his possession.
Yeah, I definitely would not be passing it. What an opportunity this is. There you go.
There it is. It's in. We have our first goal in the 20th minute as Williams Baptist takes a 1-0 lead.
Great finish. Great through ball. Perfectly weighted for him. Cut inside. Little reverse finish. Keeper had no chance. I think that was well deserved. They knocked at the door a few times. We just saw that a minute ago. And they definitely deserved their lead.
And I think that was a compliment to the back and forth pace from left to right. It kind of spaced out the Coyotes defense. They found that open hole in the middle, and I'll give credit to Santiago Pagnotti. He's been in position every time that the Eagles have had a shot on goal. It's just they've had great angles on it and really put it in a spot where the goalkeeper can't get to.
He's done really well there. It's going to be now interesting to see what Kansas Wesleyan. They've got to change their game plan now. They have to go after it. They have to go and get a goal. So we'll see what happens in the next 20 minutes.
They've been incredibly passive at this point in the game, and their head coach said we need to be aggressive on defense. And we just have not seen that yet up until this point.
No, they've been organised. I wouldn't say aggressive defensively, but they've got to be better on the ball. I think they've coughed up possession way too much.
We've kind of seen a little bit of a sense of urgency from Coyotes line.
And the energy for William Baptist as well. They're going to be thriving off that goal.
A little bit of miscommunication there. I don't think Wanrecki was expecting the ball there, but he got it anyway, and now we got a chance to clear, maybe get a shot here. Great defense.
It's interesting, Jimmy. Another slip there in the corner.
I have been incredibly impressed with Ignacio Jensen this part of the game. He's really been the guy that set the tone for Williams Baptist on either side of the ball, and he's the one that was able to get in position there and knock that one out of bounds. He's going to get a chance to clear it here. Great patience and awareness there. Pushes it upfield. Williams Baptist is going to have a chance to go on another run here. Maybe get another shot on goal if they choose to. But they're going to try to pace and space this one out as well.
Just want to control it. Well, very clever.
Yeah, Ignacio Jensen knew he was beat there.
He's having a great game. It's very interesting because Kansas Wesleyan keep wanting to play in this side where he is obviously out. I would not want him on the ball. I would not want anything to do with him. So I don't know why they're deciding they want to keep building this side of the field.
Yeah, I don't know if the scouting report said that maybe tack 17 side. I'm going to say it's probably a good idea to maybe try the other one.
Yeah, just try something different, right?
Yeah.
They've had no success coming out this area. So
and it's been very clear that Williams Baptist wants to play on this side of the field. They feel like their strength is over here.
It's very evident.
I've been confident saying Colin Hobbs has touched the ball on every single offensive possession. That's big number 40 in the backfield there.
Yeah, I think he has. I think he could just drive with the ball a little bit more, just into space. But they're calm. They're 1-0 up. They're fine. Game plan's going well for them.
We'll see if they want to attack the right side here and maybe try a different approach to get that side of the ball just warm and touches. But Kansas Wesleyan's able to get it away here and then see more aggression on the defensive side from Baptist.
It's great reaction from Williams Baptist.
It might have a shot on goal here for the Coyotes. But again, 2 black jerseys in the way and then clear out. Great defense by the Eagles.
It's a great block. Great opportunity again.
Great awareness.
And again.
Rodrigo Pina falls on the ball for the Eagles. He's back in possession.
Well, that'll give them a little bit of confidence. Going 1-0 down. 2 good opportunities there. Hopefully they can build on that.
You got to feel great if you're the Eagles too with a senior. Pina is from Lisbon, Portugal. He's played a ton of college soccer, and you got to feel really good about him being in the net tonight.
Yes, what a way to keep going. You're down at Creighton Stadium, beautiful field. Hopefully he'll be wanting to keep a clean sheet tonight.
Yeah, both goalkeepers are seniors. There's a ton of experience on both of these teams, which is why you've seen the clean game in Students Park.
Yeah, and when you've got senior goalkeepers, that just gives you so much confidence throughout the team.
What a move.
Really good. Referee's going to play on. It's good refereeing.
Great job of Hugo Gilder, just kind of knowing where he was on the field. Yeah, listen, this is a championship tournament. They're going to let a lot of stuff go tonight because they know exactly what's at stake here. And if it's ticky-tacky or something they don't think is maybe even debatable, they're not blowing the whistle tonight.
No, and I like it. As long as he's consistent with it and he's given flow to the game, it's great from him.
And again, Kansas Wesleyan trying to put pressure on the net. You see just 2 or 3 black jerseys in the way, causing havoc, and another turnover. Ball is going to go back to the possession of Williams Baptist here.
Yeah, I couldn't really see what happened there. Free kick gives up opportunity. Kansas Wesleyan to be a bit organised.
I think they call it a trip.
A trip.
Eagles, even in the middle of all those white jerseys, somehow find a ball handler to get to the ball and take possession and dominate it again. I'm just waiting to see Colin Happ just unload one over the middle here. Kind of looks like he's teed it up a couple of times and has thought about trying to get across to the middle and put somebody in a position to get a shot on goal. He just hasn't been able to pull the trigger yet.
He hasn't. Good pressure from Wesleyan. Going off from the ref. If I was a Kansas Wesleyan coach, I'd probably want the free kick there. Maybe get numbers up. Good opportunity if they can get a long ball in the box.
Great job by Jacob Treadle there, getting in the way and just making sure to take that spot and blocks off the whole side of the field. I believe this is our first shoe tie of the night. Keep you updated on that stat as the clock ticks on here again. Williams Baptist leads 1-0 over Kansas Wesleyan inside of the 15th minute here in the first period.
Yeah, that's a poor goal. Get it in the box.
Another one outside, yeah. Looked like he was trying to set up a corner there and just not able to get there. And then there's where the shot comes from. This one was too strong at the top. That's the second time that we've seen a header go over the net on this side of the field.
Yeah, and that's
Kansas Wesleyan.
That's built confidence, especially with the staff down there as well.
Yeah, and you haven't seen a whole lot of time of possession for Kansas Wesleyan, let alone on this side of the pitch.
Yeah, it just gives them a little bit of belief that they can go in at half time and go, hey, we've had 3 or 4 chances here, you know what I mean? We'll get another one. So as long as they keep organised, they'll get another chance.
Yeah, right now Williams Baptist with 3 shots on goal. The Kansas Wesleyan's just 1. Again, the Eagles just pull it back to their side of the field, keep it on the left side of the pitch, and dictate the pace. That has really been the story of this game so far.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting when we do go into half time. I'd like to see Kansas Wesleyan start a little bit higher, apply a little bit more pressure to that back 3 if they can.
Mateus Aribo, the Eagle with the goal tonight with the shot over the middle, had an open look at it and absolutely pulled the trigger and delivered a perfect shot in the corner. This one's going to sail out of bounds, go back to possession of the Coyotes. I will say this, despite it being a 6 o'clock game night, the sun being well set on the west side of Omaha, Nebraska, both teams have come out with a ton of energy and have not really let the cold weather dictate how they're going to perform tonight.
No, you wouldn't even know, would you, at all?
It kind of looks like it's a sunny 9 o'clock game in the middle of May.
If only it was.
Yeah.
Thankfully, we're indoors tonight.
Yeah. Thank you to Creighton University for paying your electric bill and keeping the heaters on. Great job by the Eagles. Just dictating the pace in the middle of the field. Now the Coyotes going to get a chance to get on a run here, and they're going to do so. Clear over the middle. Maybe another shot to get one on goal here as well. Great pacing by the Eagles defense.
Yeah, and I wouldn't mind that from Kansas Wesleyan. A little bit direct. It gets a little bit chippy in the center. See what happens.
And that's what you didn't want to see. And they've had so many great opportunities where it just feels like the ball just bounces the wrong way. And unfortunately, ends up back to somebody in a black jersey.
Yeah, and now it's Kansas Wesleyan probably. Oh, here we go again. Now we've got to go and chase the ball and stay organized, make sure I'm doing my job.
If you're coaching right now at halftime, is that the biggest sentiment? Is we got to find a way to stop the here we go again mentality?
I think so. It's got to be when you do regain possession of the ball,
like here.
Really, yeah. There you go. You've really got to take care of the ball.
And again, the Coyotes get a chance to push the ball back downfield and can't maintain it and turn it over, but they will get a shot to repossess here.
Yeah, and they just need a little bit more energy in possession.
Where do you want this to go? Are we looking for the short pass here, or are they going to try to put it in the middle?
I think we're going to see.
Yeah, this defense.
They're relentless.
Baptist is just unstoppable. Clear over the middle. Oh.
Good opportunity here for Williams Baptist. Couldn't really see it.
Mateus Ribéry is the guy that has the goal for the night on the night for the Eagles. Is the one that was lined up in the middle there with nobody around him, but had another shot perfectly lined up in the middle of the field outside of the box. If that pass would have gotten through there.
We'll see what he does here. I think at the angle, I think you might see a cross, depending. He's left-footed.
Last minute instructions being shouted out from the coach's box on this side, where we are on the near side of the field where the coaches are. Puts this one off his right foot, and great job again by Santiago tonight getting in the box and lapsing down on that one. Great job here, Williams Baptist, even staying on the goalkeeper.
Yeah, he just tried to disrupt him, just tried to delay him going forward there. It's going to frustrate him as well. I don't want it from my forwards.
Yeah, just under 10 minutes to play here in the first half. 1-0 Williams Baptist out of Arkansas leads Kansas Wesleyan in the opening rounds of the NAIA National Tournament. Ooh. Close quarters here at Morrison Stadium. So when you're running over that side, especially towards that end of the goal, you've got to be able to keep your head on a swivel because those walls are concrete and they are thick. And it is cold.
It's the last one you want to be doing tonight.
Good news is there's an ER room about 10 minutes away from here, so if something were to happen, we'd be in good hands. Ball back inside of the Eagles' box, but it doesn't matter. He's able to pull it out and push it downfield yet again. Wesleyan recovers here. Now we got to see a chance. The under 8 mark to maybe see them take possession here. Nope, it's going to be turned back again to Williams Baptist. Is going to want to get out and run here. They do have numbers on this side of the field. That's the leading scorer on this team with the ball in his possession. And we'll see if he's able to put it inside the box with some nifty footwork here. Clears it out. They're going to get a run at it. They choose to pass and maybe set up another better angle here. Shot on goal and just too strong above the net. They've given up one goal, but I'll say this about Santiago Pagnati, the goalkeeper for Kansas Wesleyan. He has just been in the right spot every single time.
Yeah, it's that experience, senior.
A shallow pass here for the Coyotes up the box, trying to press it downfield. They get a really good look and a good runner here. And again, Williams Baptist able just to get in the way and redirect the ball.
It's just great they've gone direct. It's just asked a lot of questions already. So maybe we've got 8 minutes left.
When they look back at this film, they're going to be really disappointed by even if they're able to come back and win this game, they're going to be really disappointed about the amount of times they had some free runners heading to the net, just couldn't really get the ball in possession.
Yeah, they've had the opportunities. They haven't had the ball, but that's irrelevant. If you're making opportunities without the ball, not as much possession.
Yeah,
I mean, then.
And on a positive note, that's one thing you got to look at, right? Listen, like we have definitely not had the time of possession we wanted before this game, but we have absolutely put ourselves in position here to score and be in a place to win.
Yeah, exactly. I think Williams Baptist are just better in possession. I think they've just got better players. So, but Kansas Wesleyan are creating opportunities. There's another one.
Cass is trying to clear something in the middle, and they can't push it back outside of the box to reset. A shot on goal here for the Coyotes. Cannon not able to corral that one. It goes off, and it's going to stay with the Coyotes.
And it gives them a corner and a little bit of belief. Be a great time to score as well, just before half time.
Danny looked down at his hands, very disappointed. You have to wonder if the cold weather may be setting in there. It's probably one of those ones he's usually able to put into his chest and corral, and the temperatures have now dipped below 30 degrees. It's 29 here in Omaha. Not your typical soccer weather.
No, is it?
Wasted opportunity. And now you got runners out in front here for Williams Baptist and just trying to clear the ball over the middle. Great possession defensively, though, for the Coyotes to get a chance to turn it back the other way, and they're not able to.
I just think it's your first corner. The keeper's just spilled one as well, which he's probably had a little bit of doubt.
Yeah.
I've seen in the corner. Why wouldn't they put it in the box versus playing a short corner?
Just feels like this Eagles defense is just lined up perfectly to prevent everything that you would typically want to see out of an offensive set.
Definitely. Very well coached.
That's really our first look at a hard push downfield, trying to create something. We're going to wait to see Colin Happ push that downfield and finally see him do it. And it almost set up a perfect shot.
Yeah, honestly, I think he would have a little bit harder. I think he'd have been through. It was good position from 17.
That's something I expect to see again in the second half.
I agree.
Zeta just let that one run away. I think that's what the coaching staff was yelling about. He had a chance to put his foot in that, maybe turn it around and just kind of let it roll out of bounds. Good job there by Gerardo Garcia. Gerardo Garcia be able to stay in front of it and dictate where that ball went. It did go out of bounds, but he was not letting it turn back inside.
And you know what? Kansas Wesleyan have kept 19 quiet. He had that opportunity before the first goal, but like that, he hasn't really been involved too much.
Yeah, Cabo Aderas coming in with 18 goals in 17 games. Really has only touched the ball for maybe 10 seconds of this match.
As you can tell, Jimmy, I'm just going by numbers. I don't know how you pronounce some of these. Hats off to you, mate, honestly.
Seasoned veteran on the side of the mic. Got a shot, a crosser over the middle here and just tipped out. It has been a ton of fun watching Isaiah Jensen tonight, man. He's just everywhere for these Eagles. Yeah, that's gonna be a touch ball.
Yeah, he's just controlled it with his hand. Obviously, he didn't mean to, but he's getting possession from it. So referees have to call that one.
And I apologize. It is really hard to see these Kansas Wesleyan numbers to see who is who. Try to get you some names with some of these touches as these stats updated.
Caden Anderson, obviously.
Caden Anderson's on the handball there.
I think Williams Baptist now will just want to keep possession. Nothing silly. Get into half time, 1-0 up.
We're at the end of 4 here, and we'll see if the Eagles just want to dictate this one and try to keep the ball on this side of the pitch where it really has been for the majority of this game. Again, just back to Colin Hampton. They just let his big leg really dictate where this offense sets up at. I feel like in the second half, this is where Wesleyan needs to live. They need to live on that side of the field because that's where they've really had the most success on the far side of the pitch there. I say that, and they let a ball pass through. That's up an offensive possession here for the Eagles.
Commentator's curse always, eh?
Batting about 1,000 on my career with that.
You decided to be in this career.
Yeah. Again, Kansas Wesleyan again able to stifle that side of the ball. And I'm going to see the ball back to Colin Happy, who's going to be able to set up one for a runner into the box here. Just knocked away, and it's going to find its way through. Asante Kanadi again, right in the right possession, but a great hop over his left leg. Finds its way into the goal, and it's 2-0 Williams Baptist with just under 3 minutes to play in the first half.
Huge goal. 3 minutes to go, and it's all starts from the right centre back. His pace of pass to Colin Happ, if I'm saying that right. And he's drove with the ball. I've been trying to tell him all the way up here in the gantry all night.
And there he is, Jacobo Abaderos, who we just talked about a little bit ago, not getting the opportunities to have a shot on goal. He had one there, and he has made the Coyotes pay for it early in this first half.
And that's what great strikers do. You won't see him for 40 minutes.
That's 18 consecutive games with a goal for Jacobo Abaderos.
It's been quiet all night, but that's what great strikers do. As soon as they're in the box, they know where the goal is. Great little finish as well.
The senior from Madrid, Spain, putting an absolute cherry on the top of an electric career and getting his first goal in the NAIA Men's National Tournament here in 2024.
It's really going to be interesting now what Kansas Wesleyan are going to do at half time, because I think obviously they wouldn't have been happy being 1-0 down, but they had opportunities and they had belief. But that's just going to be a little bit of a dagger into the.
Kind of feels like a mountain now to overcome in the second half.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Just this defense for these Eagles have just been so disciplined. They're never out of position. They're never over pursuing the ball. They're never overrunning the play. There just seems to be 2 or 3 black jerseys in front of every ball possessor for Coyotes.
Yeah, they're really compact here as well. They do such a good job defensively. Wingbacks got a lot of energy.
Again, just another errant pass there to Kansas Wesleyan, but they may be able to overcome that here and repossess it and maybe push down the field and try to set something up here, as we're just over 2 minutes left to go here in the first half.
Yeah, it'd be great to see Kansas Wesleyan maybe get a goal somehow. I can't see it, but it would make it a little bit more exciting.
And again, they're pressing on the right side of the pitch as the Eagles just reset here. Copy and paste. They just move from right to left, and they get it back to big number 40 on the left side and set up the offense.
Yeah, let's see if he drives here. Drives with the ball.
He's got a lot of space to do so if he wants to.
Yeah.
A little touch pass here, and it gets back to him. He's going to reset to the left side. Now he's going to pass it back to the middle and does it through, and pass back in possession here now with numbers, and they're going to reset the offense.
Yeah, they're going to be the opportunities, I think, Kansas Wesleyan staff have got to talk about when they do regain possession. What do they want to do? Do they want to just keep possession, or do they really want to go for it and go a little bit more direct?
They reached the 44th minute. There's just under a minute to play here in the first half as Kansas Wesleyan trails Williams Baptist 2-0 first half of this opening round.
Now we've got a corner. Great opportunity to score a goal.
We saw this earlier at about the 20th minute, and they just turned the ball over and didn't put it in the box. We'll see what they choose to do here.
Yeah, get numbers in the box. Put it on the keeper.
They put it in the box. Rodrigo Pena goes up and snags this one. We saw him be not able to corral one a few minutes ago. His hands worked on this one. He was able to pull that one down.
Yeah, very confident there. Came out calm and collective.
There's this one maybe a little bit further than his head coach may have wanted to. Ends up in possession against Wesleyan. Just 8 seconds to go here. The Coyotes can maybe try to put one on, try to pull this within one goal here. They're not going to give chances again. This Eagles defense just stifling all night through this first half. That brings us to the end of the first half. Your score: Williams Baptist 2, Kansas Wesleyan 0. And say what you want about the Eagles offense. There's a lot to talk about. We can talk about Jacobo Abaderos all we want. It has been the defense that's really dictated the pace of this game.
Yeah, they've been very good. The script has been perfect for them so far. Two goals.
When catching up with both head coaches, I mean, basically the game plan we've seen from Williams Baptist at this point is what their head coach laid out to me. We want to be aggressive defensively. We want to possess the ball, and they have been able to do so through 45 minutes.
Yeah, they've been in complete control of the game for the 45 minutes. Yes, Kansas Wesleyan had a few opportunities, but Williams Baptist definitely deserved their 2-0 lead.
Jimmy Allen and Tom White with you here at Morrison Stadium, the home of Creighton University, for the NAIA Men's National Tournament. Tom is the head coach of the Bellevue University women's soccer team. Coach, if you're sitting in this locker with Kansas Wesleyan right now, what's the conversation you're having with this team?
I think for me, I've got to you got to instill the belief. You got to motivate them. You got to tell them anything can happen in football. You know what I mean? Then it's tweaking a few things tactically. I think they've got to get higher. They've got to provide more pressure to especially the left centre back for Williams Baptist. What's his name? Colin Hart. They've got to. He's on the ball a lot of the ball. There's too much space for him to drive in. So it'd be good to see them probably shift a little bit higher up the field. To apply and maybe regain possession in the middle to the attacking third, because a lot of the times when they are winning it, it's in a defending third, and then they've got a lot of work to go through the thirds to try to create opportunities.
Yeah, I've been a little surprised at how much they've kind of played off Colin Hart, kind of let him dictate where the ball goes. So he's kind of had his choice of the pitch. I mean, he can put it up in front of him. He's been able to clear it all the way to the right side and really be uncontested in those. I feel like they've got to come out and put a little bit of pressure on the backfield.
I agree, and I think me and you are probably both baffled because all the football has been this side of the field on the left, and Colin's had an assist, and 17 has been a nuisance all half as well. Yeah. Kansas Wesleyan have been trying to build through that side as well and not had any success. So it wouldn't surprise me if they do go a little bit direct in the second half.
And obviously the field will be flipped to the second half. So we'll get a closer look at the other side too and see kind of like, I have to imagine that's where the Cats want to come out and kind of play on this side, because Colin Haft is really dictating the pace of this game offensively in the back half of the Eagles. And then Ignacio Jensen has just really dictated the defense on the other side when the Cats have had the possession on the side.
Yeah, they have. And obviously we're seeing the ball, a lot of the ball on the left side, but all throughout the Williams Baptist, they're very quick in transition. They counter press very well. They win the ball back really quickly. And we've been seeing, obviously, that pressure has led to Kansas Wesleyan, when they do win the ball, just giving it away so cheaply, which is probably starting to frustrate everyone throughout the field as well. So that's going to be a good psychological test for the staff at halftime for Kansas Wesleyan as well.
What's your message to Santiago Bagnotti, the goalkeeper for Kansas Wesleyan? I mean, obviously I think he's played a really good game up to this point. There's been 2 goals that have passed through, obviously, but I don't know if I put necessarily either one of them on him.
No, I don't. I think that would be harsh to say that. My message for him would be to keep leading, to keep communicating, keep the energy up, and then in possession, I'd go direct for the first 5-10 minutes to see if it does get chippy and see if they can win the ball in the middle to the attacking third to regain possession, to then create opportunities, because they're not having much success trying to build through the thirds at all. So at least try something different.
Williams Baptist, obviously, a much further distance from Omaha than Kansas Wesleyan. They are out of Walnut Ridge, Arkansas. That's exactly 8.5 hours away from Omaha down I-29, 543 miles away. When we're talking about the pressure of this moment, this tournament, obviously a chance to play for a national championship, and you have to go on a road trip like this. What do you usually do with your team to kind of help, I don't know if calm the nerves, but settle into a little bit, make it feel a little bit more like a home game?
I think it depends on the team dynamics every year with the characters you got in, but
sure,
at the end of the day, it's just another football game. So you've got to go out and enjoy it. If you put too much pressure and an emphasis on everything, they're going to forget about why they're actually playing the game. So you want them to have that freedom out there, but also find that balance of doing your job properly, and working hard, and just keep reiterating to them, you've come this far, keep at it.
When you play in the NAIA schedule, you know the temperatures are going to be what they are in November. How much? I mean, obviously, you have the benefit of being coaching a team in the Midwest where the temperatures are what they are, and you know what they're going to be. But if you're a warm-weather team and you know you're going to have to come deal with this, I mean, how much is that even being discussed in this locker room? You think?
I don't think it probably will be. I think in the back of everyone's mind, they probably know it's probably just a little thing that's going to probably hamper their performance, and probably been said throughout the week. But when it comes to this occasion, you're playing at Creighton Stadium, I think that all goes out the window.
It's 29 degrees currently in Omaha. On Saturday, the winner of this game will take on number 5, Bellevue University. It is going to be much warmer on Saturday with temperatures up near the 50s. And that game is at 12 o'clock as well. So it'll be obviously sun higher in the sky, at least at that point, and a little bit warmer. It should be about 50 degrees at kick. So,
Nice.
yeah, and I think that probably plays a little bit into either team's hands, even better. Obviously, Bellevue used to playing in this environment.
Yeah, definitely. I'll have to bring my sunscreen.
Yeah,
Sure.
both of us a little fair skinned. It'd probably be best to do so anyway. Again, we are at Morrison Stadium, the home of Creighton University here, the opening round of the NAIA National Tournament. Your score at halftime is Williams Baptist 2, Kansas Wesleyan 0. Jimmy Allen and Tom White on the call here tonight as look around beautiful Morrison Stadium. No wind tonight. It is not going to be a factor. It would have been yesterday. Temperatures definitely kind of already shown their ugly heads already in this one, as we've seen Rodrigo Pena not able to corral a ball that he normally would have had on about the 30th minute, and then that's about it. Though I don't think that it really seems like either team has been phased by this, and obviously how active this game has been. I think that's got a little bit to do with it as well.
Yeah, just the occasion, right? It's actually been a really good game of football. It's going to be interesting to see how both teams come out. I think the first 5-10 minutes is going to be really important for Kansas Wesleyan to get in their face, because if they just let William Baptist have the ball, it's just going to be a long 45 minutes.
We're facing the away side of the stadium, and we can't really see underneath us. There were not a ton of fans in attendance before the game, and obviously both these teams being a pretty fair distance away. It'll be interesting to see if Williams Baptist is able to pull this out, if any of their fans make that trip between the next 48 hours.
It would be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You know, there'll be 5,000 Bruins here on Saturday.
Yeah.
The men, so.
Well, you say that, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens, though, too, because there's a ton of events going on at Bellevue University on Saturday. There's a men's and women's basketball matchup. Dave Denley's team 4-1 on the season. They've got the women's basketball program absolutely rolling. Lucas Gabriel's men's basketball team coming off a national tournament appearance of their own a year ago, and then Trish Sedlick's got one of the best volleyball teams in the entire country, and they're getting set to tip off on the Saturday night at 7:30 down at the Gordon Lozier Athletic Center as well. So I hope that there's a ton of purple and gold in the stadium. It is really weird to not see this stadium completely full. For anybody that doesn't know, the Nebraska State soccer finals are held here, and this stadium seats roughly 12,000 people, and it is about standing room only when it comes to state soccer in this building.
Yeah, when we get to the state, the final, you're getting 6,000-7,000 people come watch high school. I don't think any state probably does that in the nation. It's an unbelievable event. It's great environment to be in, and for you, Jimmy, it's nice and warm at that time of the year as well, mate. So,
and obviously, Omaha is the home to Union Omaha, as well as they're getting ready to play for their USL One championship tomorrow night, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe they won it, Jimmy.
Did they? Oh, yes.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, they beat.
I stand corrected. They beat Spokane. The Velocity of Spokane 3-0, and hold another championship in the USL One here in Omaha. It's just a great state for soccer. And when Creighton had the idea to build this stadium, I think a lot of people kind of scratched their head and said, "Really, a soccer stadium that size?" And then when you saw the growth of the sport in this community, it's really how long have you been here? 5 years, correct?
I've been the head coach for 6 years, but I've been here since 2008. So
how have you really seen the game grow, not only in the city of Omaha, but in the Midwest? And why do you think it's kind of seen this fever pitch we're seeing now?
I just think more and more youngsters are getting involved in the game just because of how free flowing the game is. I think that's really important. I think it helped that the women's national team done very well in World Cups. You know what I mean? Which has grown even more. And then you brought Uni Omaha into here, and they're going to build a stadium downtown as well, which is exciting.
Twice the size those ones.
Yeah, it's great for us soccer lovers, obviously. So
we see a ton of influx of international talent. You can tell by your southern New York accent. You're clearly from around here as well. But why is soccer able to reach so far and find somebody from Brazil and from Zimbabwe, but also reaching to California, Texas, and it just be such a universally understood sport that you can kind of go anywhere and play?
it's fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really, it really is. And I never thought I'd be coming over here from England and ending up in Omaha, Nebraska. You know what I mean? I just think.
Could you have found it on a map beforehand?
Well, a lot of people, when I told them I was going to Nebraska, they were getting confused with Alaska.
Yep, I get that a lot as well.
You do. So I was like, no, I'm not going to Alaska. It's right dead center in America. So, so to answer your question, no, not to begin with.
Yeah.
So
when we talk about the growth of the sport, and obviously the NAIA level growing to where it has, and we're going to see a great tournament unfold after today. What does growth look like at this level, in your opinion, over the next 4 to 5 years? What's good for the game? What's bad for the game? Again?
In general, or just at this level?
At this level.
At this level, I think you're seeing more and more, especially on the men's side and women's side, that are going into the professional game, which is great. We've had a few for Bellevue Women's, and I think the level is just becoming higher and higher, where they're competing against Division One programs. These top 10 teams in the NAI level, even Bellevue Men's have competed with D1 teams. So negatively, I can't really. I really wouldn't know. I think tonight
it
probably
does feel like it's all coming up upward trajectory. Right?
Yeah, I think so. I think the only negative is side of it, and you probably hit the nail on the head, was how many fans are here tonight, where they could have watched a good game of football. You know what I mean? Where it probably is a little bit tarnished because it is NAIA, and people say, well, it's not D1. You know what I mean? But you've seen the quality, and you'll see even more quality on Saturday of the opponents and the players from all over the world.
What about the schedule? I mean, obviously, you talk about the temperatures in the Midwest this time of year. I mean, would you like to see it maybe moved? The season moved back a little bit. Is that even becoming more difficult to do? Because, listen, it doesn't necessarily always get warm in May.
No, I like the idea of splitting it, where it's like where they play half in the fall, half in the spring. I think that's only going to grow the sport for the US national team.
Sure.
Because I think the biggest problem for the US men's national team is they have all these American players that have played a college season for 3 months, 4 months, but then they have to then go to be a professional soccer player where it's a 9-month season. So their bodies probably get burnt out from the 3 or 4 months they're used to being a college player and playing game after game versus it being stretched out over time. I think that's a big impact for the men's game especially. So if they do split the season, I think that'll be a big part of growth over here, massively.
Jimmy Allen and Tom White, the head coach of the Bellevue University women's soccer program here at the NAIA opening rounds at Morrison Stadium, the home of Creighton University. I have to ask, when we talk about the biggest difference between the jump from NAIA to D1, and they can never understand everything, size, speed, is that the case at the soccer level?
Yeah, I think physically for sure. For the women's game, it massively. Obviously, I'm involved in that, but even so, with the men's, I think the physical component is probably that, in my opinion. So,
Williams Baptist of Arkansas leads Kansas Wesleyan 2-0. We have about 3 minutes until the start of the second half here. And again, the winner will take on Bellevue University, number 5 ranked Bruins, and Marquise Preston's team await Saturday at noon kick here at Morrison Stadium. We already mentioned we plan on seeing a ton more fans in attendance. If you are listening to the sound of our voice or checking it out on YouTube and you're looking outside and saying, hey, man, it's not that cold out, we'd love to see there are 1 or 2 seats still available. They may be checking tickets still at the gate here as we get set for second half action in this opening round. Do you have how much have you been able to pay attention to the bracket? Do you have a team that you're looking forward to seeing down the stretch?
Bellevue University men's soccer. Obviously.
What about Coach Preston's team? Are you most excited about?
I think I'm just excited for them to showcase how well they've been all year, how consistent they are, how professional they are, how organised they are. And I think the field will be a big impact, especially their style as well. It will suit them massively. So in watching Williams Baptist, I expect them to get over this hurdle. So seeing two teams that play similar football is going to be really good to see.
We don't want to rule kids Wesleyan out. There's obviously still 45 minutes left in this game, but if it is the Eagles and Williams Baptist taking on the Bruins on Saturday, where do you see Williams Baptist giving Bellevue some fits, and where do you think Bellevue will have some success?
I think Bellevue will have success in wide areas for sure. But I think both coaches here tonight were like they need possession of the ball. And I think whoever dictates that is gonna have obviously the little bit of chance of probably winning the game. I think.
Just a minute and a half until we get to the start of the second half. Or give me keys to the game, or keys to half.
Going into it,
yeah.
I think the key for William Baptist is to keep doing what they're doing, keep playing with the intensity they're doing, especially off the ball where they can regain the possession. I think Kansas Wesleyan have got to play higher, and I think they've got to play a little bit more direct.
Yeah, that's to me. That's been the catalyst for the Coyotes through that first half. They've just really never really looked comfortable getting into their sets or really clearing the ball across field. They've just seemed to be constantly on the run and even maybe over pursuing the ball a little bit to some degree. Again, Williams Baptist in the all blacks and Kansas Wesleyan in the all whites. The Coyotes will be defending the right side, the south side of the field here on your camera, and the Eagles will be defending the north side, the left side of the pitch on your camera as well. Jimmy Allen and Tom White with you here for the whole second half. You back with me on Saturday?
I'm back with you, Jimmy.
All right.
Saturday, yeah.
Well, you'll have the same astute, award-winning broadcast team with you on Saturday as well. We appreciate everybody that has joined us tonight as we get you ready here for second half action of the opening round of the NAIA men's tournament. Your score right now, Williams Baptist of Arkansas 2, Kansas Wesleyan 0. And the Coyotes will start possession here as we get ready for second half action. Last minute instructions from the officials, and this ball will be kicked.
Yeah, I think we forget about the officials. Well, we don't forget about them. Usually, it's the other way around where we talk about them a bit too much. I think
they have not been a
fantastic.
factor. Yeah, there's for anybody that's just joining us, there was a ton of aggression in that first half, and they really swallowed the whistles and letting guys play.
Yeah, I thought they were really, really good. Yeah. So hats off to them.
They didn't. I don't think they missed one call. There was a pretty obvious handball over the middle that they got. There was the trip on the north end of the stadium too, and we're off and underway here. The start of the second half.
Yeah,
with the Coyotes in possession.
Yeah, it's great to see them going direct straight away.
Yeah, that's got to be the moniker coming out of halftime. Is we've got to find a way to be aggressive when we have the ball.
Yeah, they've got to come up with something different.
We were just talking about aggressiveness and chippiness there. Again, the officials just letting the aggressiveness play through, nothing egregious, and they're not being overzealous grabbing the whistle.
Yeah, and straight away, that's twice they've gone direct, and it's got chippy, and now they've regained possession. So we'll see how it goes.
And again, we talked about at the end of that first half that you've got to find a way to keep Colin Happ away from the ball. And in the start of this possession, again, he's back in possession of it. And now the Coyotes trying to make an attempt to get the ball away from his side of the field. And they're having some success pushing the ball downfield. It seems for that reason is this may be the best offensive set we've seen from Kansas Wesleyan up to this point.
Yeah, good start. Nice and bright. Got a good free kick, good opportunity.
The trip is going to go against Mathis Farias. He has the other goal in the first half for the Eagles.
Good delivery here. Ask questions.
You want him to put this on the goal or over the middle?
I'd like it around probably just right there.
Yeah, that was about as good of a kick as you could get. Just unfortunately too tall for the header. This one falls innocently out of bounds.
I was gonna say in between the penalty spot and the 6-yard box.
Yeah, that's spot on where he put it at.
So,
but unfortunately for the Coyotes, Rodrigo Pena, who's had an incredible game, still playing top notch and is able to track that one out of bounds.
Yeah, it's a really good start from Kansas Wesleyan. They can win set pieces, get a few corners, have a little bit of quality in their delivery. You never know what could happen.
Kansas Wesleyan again coming out and just setting the tone aggressively and even dictating the pace here through the start of the second half. Not the case really for any one of the minutes in the first half.
No, not at all. And I'm sure the Kansas Wesleyan coach would be a little bit frustrated of how they've come out this half because their energy levels are.
Yeah. Where was that? Is probably the question he's wondering.
Yeah, and I'm sure a lot of that is down to the occasion, right?
Obviously, some nerves and some butterflies and stomachs, and another trip over the middle.
That's the thing. If you're going to go further in this competition, that's got to become second nature to you. The occasion, the moments, all of that stuff.
Yeah, intensity level has to be matched,
Yeah.
if not exceeded.
Completely agree.
That's the one thing that there's a lot of things, but the first thing that I noticed is Williams Baptist just looked incredibly comfortable and have really not really let the pace change the way they're playing. They're not playing over their skis at all.
No, I don't mind. Obviously, Kansas was going to give a few free kicks. I don't mind that at all. It just disrupts them, and I'm sure they gave him probably a little bit too much respect in the first half as well. So
yeah, because I don't think we really saw much disruption at all from the Coyotes to the Eagles in that first half.
Not at all.
Different approach here too. We've seen the Eagles really try to push the ball downfield when their goalkeeper's in possession of it, as opposed to Kansas Wesleyan trying to take the short pass route and really kind of try to control the ball. You play a little more freely when you're up 2-0, but I mean that's something they were doing from the start of the game.
Yeah, and the old tale of 2-0 is one of the scariest scorelines in football because the next goal is going to determine everything. Really, it's a scoreline that's not one you really love, because if the opposition scores 2-1 gives them the belief, but then if you score then 3-0, the game's probably gone.
Great header there, but Payne able to get back in front of it again pushes the ball downfield, trying to be aggressive, but back to the Coyotes to see if they're able to maintain it. And another errant pass, but it ends up in the possession of the Coyotes, who clears one over the middle for a free run at the goal. Too high, but Pena able to get there, knocks it away. Possession back down to the Coyotes, and let's see if they can get another shot here. And the whistle not blown there on a trip, but the Eagles able to stay in front of it and dictate where this ball ends up. It ends up on the left side of the pitch here, and they're going to gain possession back. And a lot of traffic here. Need some help.
Tell you what, the ref is he is flowing through the game. I thought that was a dangerous tackle over there. I thought that was a definite free kick. I thought legs were up.
There's still one of the Eagles down on the far northeast side of the pitch over there. Looks like he's writhing in pain, has not gotten up. He got tripped and looked like the side of his head slammed into the ground.
Yeah, it looked a dangerous tackle. I thought the Kansas Wesleyan player was in the air. I can't believe he didn't call or blow his whistle there. We did talk about him being consistent. That's the case. It might get a little bit out of hand in the second half.
I believe it looks like that maybe 17. That could be Ignacio Jensen. He's been a big part of what they've wanted to do in this game. He's up and walking under his own power now.
Yeah, and he's fuming at the linesman over there. I think he has every right to be.
Andre Akabane looks like he was coming into the game, then ran back over to the sideline. Looks like Jensen's going to stay in the game.
But it's really good fight from Kansas Wesleyan. We didn't see any of that in the first half.
Yeah, they're not going to go quietly into the night here with just under 40 or just over 40 minutes to play in the second half.
Not at all. And what an opportunity. Was that a save, or did it hit the bar? Save?
Oh, no, he definitely got his hand on it. That's definitely a save.
Right.
I mean, as fully extended in the air as he could be, he got up there. Rodrigo Peña's played a masterful game for 49 minutes.
Yellow card. It's number 11 here.
And obviously when you talk about swallow the whistle and letting it be chippy, you got to be able to maintain some order. And probably after that slide tackle letting go, there's probably a little bit of aggression coming out. And
yeah, I think that's the right call from the referee. I think it just calms everyone down as well.
I want to go against Seth Flores, who picks up his first. Another slide tackle. This one is going to get whistled.
That's probably another yellow card as well. That was late.
Yep, and there it is. That one going to go against Knowles and Biva. his first as well. Just the first two cards of the game coming in the second half. The pressure starting to mount here for these two teams. Still biting for a national championship and trying to get to the second round of the NAIA men's national tournament.
Good opportunity here for Williams Baptist. They haven't even had a sniff on goal.
Yeah, this feels like probably the first couple of minutes on this side of the pitch actually here in the second half, which was not the case in the first. Great fight here from both squads, but looks like the pass going to come away from it and try to clear it up the middle, and they do. And there's a through ball and a little bit of action on this side of the goal. It's like Gerardo Garcia trying to make something happen. Another aggressive slide tackle. And again, a late whistle this time. And yeah,
that's another yellow card in my opinion. Studs up, lost the ball.
Yeah, Andre Akaban would have agreed with you there. He's shaking his hand. He's trying to shake it off. He took a cleat right on the back of his right hand. Still shaking it off. He's clearly still feeling the effects of that. I don't let Pena clear it here.
There has been a few tasty challenges in this second half.
Gotta love it though. I mean, the whole season's on the line. It's win or go home, and it's really starting to show. It's really important to both these teams to try to stay here in Omaha.
Yeah, it's great. They've gone
an open net
again.
Here for Pena, and then Pena slips and goes down, but is able to get up and retreats back to the goal. And another player down on the field looked like a headbutt.
Didn't see what happened. He's obviously on his face. Refs had to call it because it is a head injury.
Yeah, I think that's Caden Anderson, the one of the player that touched handball in the first half. Training staff coming out to take a look at him. Yeah, that's Caden Anderson. He grabbing at his left eye. He clearly got headbutted right in the face. Somebody checking in here.
Yeah, I don't know what the call is here.
I'll tell you, Hios comes into the game for Caden Anderson. And looks like he may even have a little bit of blood under his left eye there.
He looks a bit shaken up the way he's walking off. Kansas Wesleyan have come out really well second half. Direct, really aggressive.
It was everything we were asking to see out of them in the first half. They just didn't seem like they felt comfortable being as aggressive as they have been in the second half. So adjustments made here at halftime.
Yeah, fair play to the staff. Whatever they've spoken about in the locker room has really instilled a bit of belief. And
again, this is Bruce Palmbaum's second season as the head coach of this Kansas Wesleyan team. So obviously, more familiar than he was a year ago, but still probably some growing pains in the second season here, and a tremendous amount of success getting to this tournament in the first place.
Yeah, second season, phenomenal achievement from him and his staff for sure, because he's still implementing his model and style and probably characters he wants to bring in. So getting to this first round is a great achievement for him.
You could feel the excitement from the Wesleyan staff too, and they felt like they were a little bit more on edge as well as where the Williams Baptist again in their third straight appearance in this tournament. They've been here before. They felt that it didn't feel like the moment was too big for them, and it's kind of already shown through this first half of play here and 10 minutes into the second period.
And I can relate to that massively. When I was on the men's staff, we went to California. It might have been in mine and Mark's second or third year with the men's, and we got to the quarterfinal stage, and we just felt it just didn't feel right. Just felt a little bit on edge and didn't feel confident going into it. So
there's that little bit of you don't know what you don't know yet, right?
Yeah, exactly. Just like anything, right? Something new, something scary.
Like calling your first soccer match. We got a shot at goal opportunity here. No, it's going to be a turnover, and the Coyotes are going to be able to pull it out in the box. A lot of contact again, but no whistle as they're going to let it play through. And the through ball here and a shot for the Coyotes to maybe try to make something happen offensively. Great slide to push that one out of bounds.
It's great.
Pedro Paulo slide tackle in there to kick that one out.
And now
stay in possession, but much better defensive set here for the Eagles.
Yeah, now you're going to see opportunities like that. The game's going to get stretched because Kansas Wesleyan are obviously chasing the game.
Yeah, they have to play north and south. East to west isn't going to be an option here for the next 30 minutes or so. Just over 37 minutes to play here in the second half of the opening round. Again, the winner to take on Markeith Preston, the number 5 ranked Bellevue Bruins, awaiting on Saturday at noon. You can catch that action right here on your same favorite YouTube channel for NAIA action. And you set to clear, and he does so. Another aggressive down the pitch kick here, and a lot of shoving going on as the Coyotes put themselves in position here take over an offensive set. And really, they've dictated the whole second half here for the most part.
They have, and it's really interesting that Williams Baptist had decided to go direct from their keeper.
Yeah, I expected more shallow pass. Another through ball here. Another trip, and the play goes on and almost recovering and getting back with Seth Flores. He got tripped there and almost got back into position outside of the box at the 6-yard mark to put it on spot. But another great defensive set by the Eagles to kick this one out and reset.
They did well, and I think the ref just wanted to play advantage there to see if the play would continue. So fair play to him.
Is there any chance that it's 28 degrees and they're just wanting this thing to kind of tickle off? There might be, right? Maybe something to that. The Eagles here back on defense, trying to get it out of their box, and they're able to do so. But the Coyotes, great pursuit here, and a clear back to the middle. A ton of white jerseys there. Let's see if they can capitalize on just too hard outside, but able to recover, put it back on the net. No, they're going to kick it out and try to get an outside shot, and it does not work. And the ball's going to be pressed downfield.
I think the pace of the cross, he had to try and pass it on. Great opportunity here, though.
Little one-on-one action, a couple extra numbers into the fray, and the Eagles are just going to have to pull it out. You have the luxury of doing that when you're up 2-0. Just reset the pace here. Oh, scary moment there, but great recovery by the Coyotes and the late whistle.
Good energy.
Great job by Camille Coombe there just to stay in front of it and lost his footing and slipped. That's the third slip we've seen in this game, but was able to get right back up and bring the energy and get possession of the ball back for his team.
Yeah, really good from him. And I think I'm with this Kansas Wesleyan stuff. I think that's a yellow card. Stop the play. Now Williams Baptist have got numbers back. Now they can get organised. I think that was a good opportunity for them. But it's another set piece.
Zabiba clears this one down into the box. Payne going to come out and get it and just snag it, and he does. Great awareness about where the end of the box was there to stop, put his brakes on, slow the game down.
Yeah, once he's committed, he had to go.
See if he pushes this one down, and he does again. They have not thrown anything short here, and this may pan out for him. Another run to the goal, but nothing there. Coyotes turn him away.
Yeah, and it's nearly one ball from the goalkeeper, and the striker was nearly through.
But it's perfect you set that up. Now through ball here for the Coyotes. They're going to run at the net, and this one's just going to be pushed inside the box. They've got numbers. We'll see if they can put it on. And again, another black jersey just in the way. That's not the goalkeeper to turn away the ball. And another trip, but they're going to let this one play through. And a late whistle again.
I think he was just waiting to see what Williams Baptist was going to do in possession there and realised they slowed down, so he blew his whistle. But it's great defending from Williams Baptist.
Great job by the official there. Letting the ball play on in case he didn't want to affect the game. And, oh, man, you hate to see that, grabbing at the ankle and a little slowly trying to run it off. See if we can grab a number on who that is. And he clears it out here. We'll see. And I believe that's Lucas Vanilo. We'll try to get that updated for you. But Coyotes back in possession here and a little bit of a slower pace out of the box for Kansas Wesleyan. Now they clear it down the field and trying to get a run at the net. And they have two down there. Again, the stifling defense of the Eagles is not letting anybody through.
Yeah, it's literally been a game of two halves where now it's complete direct football from both teams, which is suiting Kansas Wesleyan a lot.
Yeah, that one goes off the foot of Lucas Vanilo. Possession back to the Coyotes. Yeah, clear over the middle, and again, just somebody in a black jersey ends up with it in their parameter. First time we've seen Ignacio Jansen really touch the ball in this half, and that's something we talked about. They've kept it away from that side of the field, and it has actually worked out better for the Coyotes. This is the first time we've seen them not go for a short pass, attempted a short pass. It ends up going short, but they tried clearing that one downfield, and again, back to the Eagles.
Yeah, I think them going direct, it just suits their style, their game plan massively.
Well, that's what they talked about before the game about wanting to do too, and they just weren't able to execute it in that first half, and have been much more successful here in the second half. The Eagles push it out here. They're going to get maybe a shot at nope. It's cleared out of the box by the Coyotes.
And they've just got to keep the intensity up. That's massively. They can't let the game be stop-start. They can't let Williams Baptist control and keep possession where they will slow the game down. They've got to stay relentless.
A shot on goal here, just the fourth one of the game for the Coyotes, way over the net.
Yeah, that's ambitious. I think he should have drove towards the goal a little bit more, maybe combined in the areas around the box there.
You had a couple free runners on the right side as well.
Yeah,
Could have maybe set something up, but again, time is of the essence. The Scouts trying to keep their season alive here as they trail 2-0 in the opening round of the NAIA Men's National Tournament.
and I think it's a good time to bring a sub on as well. Bring some more energy on. Keep the energy going, Kansas Wesleyan. They will get another opportunity here.
Yeah, completely different half here, as this is just probably the second or third minute where the play has been on this side of the pitch. This ball rolls out of bounds. It's going to stay with Kansas Wesleyan.
We've got half an hour to go now, so I'm sure that the talk with the staff is if they do want to change a system or formation, whatever they want to do, wonder when they'll implement that.
Yeah, we haven't seen a whole we've seen a change in aggression. There hasn't been a whole lot of change to setup or stylistic play. They're kind of sticking to who they are, what brought them to the dance, but they may need to pull something out and change up maybe a defensive alignment to try to keep the ball away from the right side of the hash.
Oh, that's clever. Unfortunately, the right back was not on the same page.
And Ignacio Jensen again just ball hawking it and getting in possession. Where this one's just going to roll out of bounds, fall harmlessly back into his possession. So much attention on what the ball is doing that sometimes you miss what great defenders do off the ball and just creating space with their bodies.
Yeah, we've got some great footballers on show here. Tactically, they know their jobs. They're very smart off the ball. Now it's becoming stop-start, which Kansas Wesleyan do not want to happen.
And that's playing right into Williams Baptist's hands. They want to be able to take the aggression and the pace away from Kansas Wesleyan.
Yeah, massively. You can see throw-ins now. They're taking a good 10, 20 seconds off the clock.
Yeah, they're getting it back to where they wanted to in the possession of Ignacio Jensen and Colin Happ, who both touched the ball a ton of that first half, not a whole lot here in the second half, but both were in touches there.
Yeah, and the first 15 were great from Kansas Wesleyan. Now a little bit of doubt has sunk in, I think.
It seems like a little bit of the air is coming out of the sails.
Yeah.
That's exactly what Williams Baptist is trying to do. Just air the ball out here, kick it around, keep it in our possession, make sure somebody with a black jersey is touching it, and don't worry about trying to score here. Let's just get out of this next half hour with 2 more goals than the other guys.
Agreed. Completely agree. And I think that opportunity with Kansas Wesleyan, the big save, I think that was the chance, which might have deflated them a little bit.
Yeah, because that was about as good of a look as we've seen from either team all night. Dottie again able to just get the ball back into his offense's hands here. Now that we got a free run of the net, and they choose to go outside of the box, clear to the middle, and then again back to another black jersey and kicked almost to Council Bluffs goes that one. It's going to go back into possession of the Coyotes.
Great opportunity, just poor execution on the delivery. Those moments are really important. They've done so well to get up the field.
Hayden Anderson returning back into the field of play here.
It's going long throw.
Took that headbutt earlier, and clearly a guy you want in there. He's got the arm to get it there and gets to the middle of the box in great possession. Now he's going to get a shot at the goal here. Hayden Anderson clears it over the middle, just too strong for the free runner.
Yeah, a little bit too hard.
Let it clear the middle, and then another black jersey clears this one out. Coyotes dribbling in and out, trying to play a little bit of mixed match here and get traffic going one direction to clear the right side of the box. They do. Too high for Anderson. He just couldn't climb the ladder enough to get up there and get that one, and that one rolls out of bounds.
Yeah, really good from Kansas Wesleyan. Good few opportunities.
That one may have gone into the net if Caden Anderson could have got his head on it. It looked like Payne kind of stayed back and didn't pursue there. It was a wide open right side of the net. Payne again just letting the clock tick as low as he can before he lets this one rip to the middle of the field. Again, they choose to go on that far side of the field where they feel like the strength of this team is. To Jensen, who now tries getting upfield, paces it out and lets a runner get by. He's got 2 down there. They've got a 2-on-1 situation here, but the Eagles choose to let up and let numbers come back to the Coyotes' way, but they're still going to try to get to the box, and they do, and great job by Wesleyan to keep him out of the goal.
Yeah, good defending. It's always tricky when you're inside the box. You don't want to give away a silly foul where it ends up being a penalty. But Williams Baptist have got a corner. They'll milk the clock a little bit here, and it's a good opportunity for them to score.
Yeah, they may take a good 10, 15 seconds here. 6:30, 63 in the 63rd minute, 30 seconds in. They're not in any hurry. They are ready for Saturday. Move on to the next round here of the tournament. He may take a whole hour over there if he really wants to.
So the ref lets him.
Yeah, he lets 14 seconds tick off the clock, and I think Kansas Wesleyan may be a little upset about that, but no hurry up here from the Eagles. But they do turn it over, and Kansas Wesleyan's going to get a run at it here to get past midfield. Anderson just can't get in front of that one, but he's got room in front of him. See if he clears it back to the middle. He does, and just gets turned around by the Eagles defense.
Well, that's good from Kansas Wesleyan. It's direct as well, and it's positionally, and they've got another set piece because they're throwing so long.
Yeah, that was a great look there. I mean, they had runners to the middle of the field and could have set something up there, but again, Williams Baptist defense just floods the middle of the field. Substitutions coming in here.
26 is coming off.
Tyus Ferris is off the field for the Eagles. I did not see who came in. Shot on the goal. Just too high.
That's come from a long throw-in. Little knockdown.
Beautifully placed. That looked like that was going into the net for a minute there.
Yeah, from our view, I thought it was just going to creep in.
I think Rodrigo Pena had the same thing. He had a very pained look on his face. That one got over his hand.
He wasn't confident in that one whatsoever. But Williams Baptist are going long again. I still want to go direct.
Wesleyan playing off here and trying to take the right side of the pitch over, and they again run into Ignacio Jensen, who just kicks that one away and clears it out. Gets the Eagles the possession back, but Wesleyan, great job being in possession there now. Through ball back the other way. Wesleyan's going to have a runner at the net. We'll see if we get an on shot here. We will. He's going to try to dribble in, then try to clear it out, and great job there by the Coyotes defense. Eddie Flores just able to get in the way there, and he's a guy that this coaching staff talked a ton about. We haven't called his name a lot, but defensively, he's one of their leaders on this team, and you see why there.
Yeah, had to make sure. It was another tricky situation they were in, and I think Williams Baptist are going to be pretty happy of how things are going in the last probably 5 minutes now, where it is becoming stretched, and there's going to be some 2v2, 3v2 kind of counter attacks for them.
Of a long John out corner kick for the Eagles here, and they clear it to the middle. Ton of white jerseys right there. Oh, and an open net.
Ooh.
And they let it play. That was a clear kick to me, but Wesleyan's still in possession here, and they're going to try to push it upfield. And the Eagles able to get there and kick this one clear into the next area code. Don't slow down play to get their defenders back.
Yeah, I don't think the ref was in a good position to really see it. Linesman probably had the best view there. Didn't raise his flag.
And the Eagles defender took a straight knee to the thigh. Matthias Ropereo able to get back up, get back on defenses. Anderson just trying to get this one back to the middle of the field. He does and stays in the box. And again, great awareness at the Eagles defense. That's just something they've been able to do all night long. Know where they are on the field. Be situational aware of what's going on around them. And if they need to, get it to somebody that's wearing the same color jersey or just kick it into tomorrow. Another corner kick opportunity here for the Coyotes. Ton of traffic in the box. Great job by Pena there getting up into the air.
The keeper's spilled it as well. Another shout for a penalty. Not give it.
Yeah, that one looked a little less egregious than the last one, but again, the whistles get swallowed.
I think that would have been a soft penalty if he'd have given that.
Inside of the 22nd minute, we go.
But another corner.
Williams Baptist leads 2-0, but Kansas Wesleyan with a corner kick here again. Some discussion being had by the officials here now. Oh, Pena down in the goal box. What happened there?
Didn't see it. Could be a little bit tactical here. I'm not sure. I'd like to see a replay.
Pena is very upset, and it looks like he's looking for an ejection. He was waving him off.
Oh, he's fine. Look at magic. It's unbelievable. Harry Potter's around here somewhere.
Corner kick still set up for the Coyotes. We'll see if everybody can stay on their feet here while we wait for this one.
Have a corner though.
Kick drilled in, knocked away. Carlos Adele He'll knock that one out. Wells Viva comes in as Leon Tomno runs off the field. Just a few minutes for Tomno. Getting some fresh legs in there.
They've had a few good opportunities from corners. The delivery's just been poor.
Oh, and they got a
It
shot
can't be
here.
offside.
Yeah, I was about to say, it looked like he got past the ball. There was way too many white jerseys in scoring position there for that to be a legal shot. Oh, and then
It's called offside.
oh,
It's called offside.
He-
I thought it came off a Williams Baptist player.
no, he called it offside.
Yeah.
Parts of the second half have resembled more of a rugby scrimmage than a soccer match. Things get a little physical just inside the 21st minute. Or excuse me, 21 minutes play inside the 69th minute.
We see some game management tactics now. Keepers are going to take their time, place the ball where it probably shouldn't be. Only a matter of time till they get booked.
Yeah, they're just trying to kick the air out of it and hope somebody in a black jersey comes down. That's the case here. Is most of the second half has been played on the Williams Baptist side of the pitch. Is not the case in the first half. Kansas Wesleyan's game plan here in the second half has been almost flawless and complete opposite of what we saw in the first.
Yeah, I just wish they had adapted a little bit sooner when they were trying to build from the back and they were getting no success, and they should have went direct earlier and made it chippy.
Great opportunity here is Kansas Wesleyan totally over pursued the ball there, and you've got numbers on this side of the field. Now you see it here as more black jerseys running towards the net and clear outside of the box. Maybe an inside opportunity. You got a free runner here. Let's see if he can put it over the middle and clear it out. He tries, gets to the middle and just kicked away by the Coyotes. And need some help here for Kansas Wesleyan. Yeah, there's too many numbers defensively there for that team to get through.
Yeah, he just took too long on the ball, didn't really make a decision, and paid the penalty for that.
Clear over the middle, the runner off an accidental header there by the defense. Shot over the middle and the shot on goal, no. Turned away again by somebody not the goalkeeper in a black jersey, just standing in front of the ball and turning their hip into it. Turning the ball away for Williams Baptist.
Another good opportunity. Going direct again, ask questions.
Eagles just taking their time here and almost toying with this Coyotes defense, daring them to over pursue to clear it out. And they're just keeping the ball on their side of the pitch and just keeping possession and dribbling the air out of it.
Yeah, there's obviously Kansas Wesleyan have gone direct, and the Williams Baptist defensively have done so well anyway.
You a little surprised at the lack of aggression there?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's starting to die down a little bit.
This could be the nail in the coffin. They're able to get this through. Shot on the goal, just turned away. Great job defensively there by the Coyotes.
Yeah, we're going into 19, 18 minutes left here. We're going to see probably a lot more opportunities moving forward. A lot more risks are going to be taken now.
71.5 minute mark here. This ball re-enters play over the middle. It's going to stay. No, it's going to go back to the Coyotes. See if they're able to push it up field here.
I'm sure Bellevue are going to learn a lot from both these teams, especially from how both halves have played out.
Yeah, if it is Williams Baptist that's able to hold off here, I'll be surprised to see if the Bellevue staff go a little more aggressive to start the game, as we've seen Williams Baptist kind of give up a little bit here towards the aggression. Kansas Wesleyan in the second half. That could be a little bit by design, though.
Maybe. Tackles are flying in. The ref's just letting it flow. Fair play to him.
There's been a couple of Academy Awards handed out here tonight, too, though. The acting jobs have been terrific on both sides.
That's part of being a footballer
With that being said, though, I will say there's been a couple of non-whistles called that I think both coaching staffs have legit gripes about. Try to get a number for you on whoever the injured Eagle is down here. It's part of the problem of play at night, too. The shadows here at Morrison Stadium are so thick that it's kind of hard to see specifically the Kansas Wesleyan jerseys, but there's a little bit of a delay here. Looks like the medical staff may be coming out.
Yeah,
Harry Potter must have put his wand away for the night.
I think he has. Good opportunity to have a little team talk here.
Yeah, I think if you're Kansas Wesleyan, you're loving this, right? Hey, listen, let's have a conversation about what we need to do here and make sure we're staying aggressive and get in front of whatever sets up here inside their box.
Yeah, just keep motivating, keep doing your job, keep going direct. You'll get an opportunity.
This looks like maybe a cramping issue. You usually don't see that in this type of weather, but he's grabbing at his toes, trying to pull it up. And maybe a muscle spasm.
Yeah, not sure. Not sure who it is. Don't know what really happened.
Could be a case of hurt pride, maybe. I don't know. We'll see what happens here. Doesn't look too serious. They're kind of just stretching it out a little bit. Probably just a cramping situation. Maybe took a cleat to the back of his calf or something.
Maybe he could just be wasting time, stopping the play, stopping the flow.
I'm in the NAIA tournament. I want to get as much screen time as I can here. Let me make sure you get my jersey on screen. So it might be 6. Could be Carlos Otto. He just came into the game. Now that Carlos Otto's running through the middle of the field right now. That's definitely 17. It's Ignacio Jensen. I mean, if anybody's earned some time to sit on the field today, it's him. I mean, he's been absolutely everywhere defensively. Or Williams Baptist is. That's definitely not a guy you don't want to have available on Saturday, though, if you're this Eagles staff. He's still trying to stretch that right leg out. Jensen's got the look a lot of his teammates do with the bleach blonde hair. Have you ever gone bleach blonde in your life?
I haven't. No.
They were playing a ton of NSYNC beforehand. I don't know if they maybe were inspired by Justin Timberlake in the early 2000s. And that's the look of the team, but maybe we'll get those details on Saturday.
Maybe. Remember the Romanian team did it in the World Cup. All the team bleached their hair. It was a nightmare for commentators.
Yeah, it looked awful.
Yeah, it was horrendous. Yeah.
And again, you have a chance here to push the ball downfield if you're Williams Baptist. But again, just let's methodically play this out and let him exert some energy and try to take as much time off this clock as we can, as we're looking at just over 17 minutes to play in this game.
Yeah, that's good football there from Williams Baptist.
There's got to be a lot of internal pressure. Hey, I'm in the tournament and I got a chance to score a goal here, and everybody decided to be on the same page. And let's just do the smart football move and make sure we're taking some time off the clock here.
Yeah, I think it's clever and good experience.
Both of these teams playing with a ton of seniors. All the starters for Williams Baptist are seniors.
Wow.
6 of 6. Sorry, no. Everybody except for one who's a junior, and then 2 non-seniors for the Coyotes.
A lot of experience out on this field. We can tell as well, just that little stoppage is disrupted.
And it showed, right? I mean, even though the score is what it is, I mean, neither team has really looked out of sorts or made key mistakes in this game. Just some really, really, really high-skilled soccer being played.
God, look at that. Commentators cursing in.
Yeah, and just as I say that, a guy in Santiago Pagnuti who's had a great game that I was just unable to field one. Again, I think a lot of that's up to the temperature. We saw that with Rodrigo Pena in the first half as well.
Yeah, but I think to your point, you never want to see anyone make a mistake at a big event like this.
Yeah.
So I think both
that
goals
was almost
were good.
Crucial.
Yeah.
The Eagles just methodically, almost to death by 1,000 cuts here, just pacing and spacing the field out to the point where not any white jersey can get anywhere near the ball. We talk about repping things and making sure that you're practicing situations in games. How much do you guys spend on, hey, if we're up big and we need to make sure that we're putting this in places we're not going to put ourselves in jeopardizing situations? How much of that gets repped in practice?
It's more of just probably your experience and probably your game management of on the day. You know what I mean? I think you do more of the tactical stuff of how to win the game versus already thinking you're 2-0 up and what we're going to do there, or you're 2-0 down. If you should always have that mentality of the intensity that you are losing, obviously. But I think it just comes with experience, which we're seeing here with the amount of seniors and juniors on show.
Yeah, it's been. I think that's the thing I've been impressed by both squads is They both look like they belong. These look like two very well polished soccer teams that deserve a shot to play for a national title despite their seed, and obviously both getting non-automatic qualifying bids. So their performance of the season has shown that they deserve to be here as well.
Yeah, completely agree. Completely agree. Both teams are very good. Yeah, they definitely should be here, and I'm sure they're delighted to be playing at this stadium tonight in Omaha.
Inside the 74th minute, just over 15 minutes to play here in the opening round. Again, the winner of this game will go on to play Bellevue University on Saturday at noon here at Morrison Stadium. Get here early if you plan on wearing purple and gold, because I do believe Coach White is correct. I do believe there are going to be a ton of fans in attendance here, as there have been. And for any type of Bellevue event, that's the case. And I'll say that about the Bellevue student body and the members of other teams. They show up in droves for their counterparts.
Yeah, they do. I think that's always been a thing, even since when I was a player. We would travel down to Oklahoma to watch the men's basketball team, which was always fun. So yeah, we're proud, and there will be a lot of fans here for sure.
Yeah, for the Chick-fil-A Classic inside the Gordon Logier Athletic Center. I mean, for the second men's game, there was literally standing room only. They sold out tickets. So for anybody watching the broadcast night in anticipation for Bellevue's matchup, thank you to everybody that showed up for that event. And make sure after the soccer game you get back down to the Gordon Logier Athletic Center, because there will be two basketball games on Saturday as well as an NAIA tournament matchup in volleyball at the end of the night as well.
Yeah, it's busy. It's a busy night. Thankfully, a new facility will help those standing plans.
Sure isn't gonna hurt. Right? You know, and scratch that. I apologize, because the volleyball game is actually at Bellevue West High School.
Yeah.
Because of the ceilings inside the den at Gordon Logier. So make sure you get down to the correct building. Don't blame me if you go to the wrong spot. 15:38 to play here in the second half of this one. Williams Baptist leads 2-0 over Kansas Wesleyan. The Eagles in possession here, looking to maybe put a third one in the dagger in the hearts of Wesleyan fans everywhere. We'll see. If they choose to do so, if they choose to dribble it out and play more passively as they have in the majority of the second half.
Yeah, and once again, another stoppage has disrupted the flow. So Kansas Wesleyan have got to muster up a bit more energy here to get that chippy game going again.
We got the whistle blown and play has resumed. Aggressive kick into the box here, kind of surprising by the Eagles. We haven't seen much of that in the second half. Great job by Pagnuti, just getting in front of that one, stopping and getting the ball back to his offense. Coyotes may have gotten away with a handball there. I mean, obviously, looked like he almost palmed that thing, but the refs let him play on. A couple more slippages here in the second half that we've seen that we didn't really see in the first half. A little bit of moisture maybe trying to start and develop on the field as, again, Rodrigo Pena in the right place, right time, able to palm this one and give the ball back to the Eagles. Taking a lot of air out of it.
Yeah, really comfortable. Williams Baptist is still wanting to go direct because of the amount of players. Kansas Wesleyan got up and they're defending third.
Yeah, got to try to get as many white jerseys away from this side of the field as you can. In case something like that were to happen, where you turn the ball over, he goes back into possession of the Coyotes. Ball kicked back to Nudi. Clears it out to the middle of the field again. Ball comes in there and whistle goes to the Eagles.
Well, we just got under 15 minutes to go here, Jimmy. I'd like to see Kansas Wesleyan maybe change it up a little bit.
Yeah, I think you got to start just pressing the issue and putting it in the middle of the box and giving your guys a chance. Yeah. Probably not the most ideal situation, maybe not the best looks, but little luck never hurt either.
No, and it's not like they need one goal; they need two to at least get back into it. So
that's what we kind of see here on the throw-in. But again, just the story of the night: a black jersey just right in front of the ball and dictating the pace and possession of the of where the ball's going. The Eagles have just not been sped up at any point in this game as the Coyotes get a shot here over the middle to clear into the box, then kicked out back into possession of the Eagles and get maybe another shot here. No, again, turned away by the defense.
Yeah, they're steady in there. They're compact. They're very good 1v1. They're keeping their man marked.
They just never over pursue either. They stay at home behind the maybe gonna get a penalty. No, the whistle doesn't get blown and play stays on. Ball back to Williams Baptist here, and their defense just has been what's gotten them to this point, and really what's gonna ultimately probably win them this game. They just aren't over pursuing or staying with the pace of the game.
No, not at all. I think you said it before the game started. Was it they've had 13 shutouts or something?
13 consecutive shutouts.
Yeah, which is in school history. You can see, well, they haven't conceded many goals. So I'm sure Bellevue are going to be looking at how they're going to be able to create chances. And
I think you see why, right? I mean, even when the ball is away from the net, guys are staying at home. They're not flowing to the ball or trying to do too much, not trying to cause chaos. They're just playing their assignment and staying packed to where they're supposed to be.
yeah, reading the game, winning their headers.
Just inside 13 minutes to play here. First round of the NAIA tournament is Williams Baptist of Arkansas just trying to pace this one out, keep the score the same. Better part of 13 minutes here and get ready for Saturday as they get another shot at maybe pressing the ball. And they really the first errant mistake we've seen from a ball handler wearing a black jersey tonight.
Keep the pressure up, Candace Wesleyan. Don't get involved in the verbal battles here. Get the ball on, get the ball moving.
They're out to the middle of the field and they gotta try to be as aggressive as possible here. Just put something in scoring possession. But again, another Wesleyan defender just in the right place, right time. That has been I think maybe the most impressive thing to me is the way they've been able to read these balls off of the Wesleyan players' feet and just be able to track them to where they're going. And it almost looks like kids Wesleyan's kicking right to Williams Baptist's defense. It's not the case. It's just they're that savvy and have that high of a soccer IQ to know where to track the ball to.
Yeah, completely agree, Jimmy. I think they're so experienced. They're just watching the type of pass or type of cross that's being executed, and they're getting right underneath it and winning balls right, left, and centre.
And it's hard to find a possession where a Wesleyan striker's been not surrounded by three black jerseys. Clock ticks inside the 79th minute.
Another long throw, get numbers up, take the risk going 2v2, counter attack.
And again, on the throw in, another black jersey comes down with it. Strong move by striker into the box, but way over the goal. Possession back to Wesleyan.
They might have to take an ambition effort.
Baptist. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things you're gonna have to find a free runner and just try to get a kick on goal at some point because putting it into the box just has not worked out at any point for you tonight if you're Kansas Wesleyan.
No, I think Williams Baptist has defended crossing very, very well all night, really. Yeah, they've had a few headers here or there, but hasn't really troubled the goalkeeper.
And another Eagle down on the field. So we're just outside of 10 minutes left on the clock, 10:20 to play in this game. 7:51 p.m. local time here in Omaha.
Yeah, we might be here for another half an hour, Jimmy. This is going to happen all for the next 10 minutes.
Surprisingly enough, it's been the Eagles that have been going down. They've got the lead here,
and
feels like
I don't blame them. I'd be doing the exact same if I was their coach. Keep disrupting the flow. Keep frustrating them.
You could see it really on the face right now of the Coyotes players. Like there's a lot of pointing and shoulder shrugging. Like I believe the Holy Spirit's the only person that touched him. And right now, you got to find a way to stave that off, stay focused, and stick to your game plan.
Yeah, you do. You really do, because these moments can become very frustrating.
And I apologize about not getting the numbers for the players when they go down. It is very difficult with the shadows of the stadium to get these numbers. We will try to let you know who the injured Eagle is.
They never face you either, do they? Selfish.
Welcome to the broadcast booth, buddy. Looks like that's going to be number 12, who is Lucas Bueno. He's the player who got injured earlier and had that strained right calf. Looks like he's limping on the left side now.
He's one of the young guns in this team. Sophomore, Sao Paulo, Brazil. Williams Baptist are going to go long again here.
Eagles not in any hurry here. Why would you be? 2-0 lead. 10:20 to play on the clock.
For the neutral, it would be good just to see Kansas Wesleyan maybe get a goal, make it exciting, a little bit antsy as well for the last 10 minutes.
Be interesting to see how the Eagles would adjust to obviously they haven't faced a whole lot of adversity or pressure in this game from a scoreboard standpoint.
No, they've looked comfortable throughout, really.
You know, a professional broadcaster would remember that he had binoculars in his backpack the whole time and could have grabbed them out to grab some phone numbers or some jersey numbers at this point. So, okay, let's clear it out here. Trying to be aggressive, get the ball upfield, and they are able to here, and just trying to keep possession of it. Goes Eddie Flores, who gets tripped up, and possession going to stay with the Coyotes.
Yeah, he's been really good second half. His energy level has been phenomenal. The will, the desire.
Senior out of Compton, California, one of the few American-born players out on the field right now.
It's going to be easy to defend those straight kicks in there.
Yes, really surprised they haven't tried to attack from outside of the box. Like right here, they had a shot at it. So they just have not had any. I mean, obviously the easiest scoring play in the field, but just have not had any sort of luck in that area tonight.
Yeah, they've lacked a bit of quality. But maybe in previous games they've relied on it.
Eagles just pacing the ball down the field here and just kind of doing what they want at will.
Really good football. It's done really well. I think it's number
3, right?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Lucas Manlow able to kind of just weave in and out. We haven't called his number a whole lot tonight. The junior out of Santa Catarina, Brazil. One of 5 Brazilians on this Williams Baptist team.
We've seen 17 creep over to this side now.
Yeah, that's an adjustment too, because he was playing the other half, and when the Coyotes kind of started attacking this side of the field, seeing Nasio Jensen go down with that injury, and when he came back in the game, he's been primarily on this side of the pitch.
Maybe he thrives on the right-hand side of all these fans here tonight.
Wanted to make sure the people in attendance saw his number. He's hands up in the air. He wants a shot at it now, and then across to the middle, and a shot coming up. No, kicked out and pressed out by the Coyotes, but Jensen able to get there, but not able to keep possession. Turn it over back to the Coyotes, who push the ball downfield. Anderson with a runner here and a tosser in the middle. He's got a shot at it. He's going to try to put this one back to the middle. It does, but on goal goes to Rodrigo Pinea, who's able to fall on it and has played a masterful game in the box tonight.
Yeah, just needed a bit more quality there from Kansas Wesleyan. They've been getting these great opportunities all night in the attacking third or in wide areas, or just lack that final ball.
Yeah, they've really outstruck Williams Baptist, but we've got 10 more shots than the Eagles do, and it just does not matter because of this defense. Williams Baptist is put on now. A shot here to get another one on goal, but this one just goes way left.
You can see why he's gone for it.
Yeah. Sloan Schiegel's going to want that one back because he had a wide open left side of the net and just pushed it too far to the left.
Yeah, I just knew as soon as he controlled it, he wanted to shoot. He probably could have just drove inside the box.
Inside the 83rd minute here. Kansas Wesleyan going to have to do something to keep their season alive. Starting to see a lot of heads dropping in white jerseys right now because they know they've got 6.5 minutes here. Try to make something happen to extend their season.
Yeah, we can see him going into a 3-4-3 just to try and get more numbers up. Just pushes both wing backs back a little bit for a back 5, but they're comfortable being 2-0 up.
I will say this Kansas Wesleyan has done a really good job winning some headers more in this half than they did the first. I think that's really helped dictate the pace for their offensive attempts this half.
I just think they've been a complete different team in the second half versus first half. I think they're going to be really disappointed after the game, where it's going to be woulda, shoulda, coulda. You know what I mean?
They really let Williams Baptist kind of kick the ball around and dictate the pace of the game without being aggressive about it. till the second half started.
Yeah, he sat back. Too much respect. Second half, they've gone direct, got in their faces. Williams Baptist have not really liked it. I just wish they'd have went with that game plan from day dot.
Inside the 84th minute here, just 6 minutes to play. We've seen pace slow down in this one here in the second half, and this is kind of the longest we've gone without a stoppage so far. And just like that, we have stoppage.
Give me 6 numbers, Jimmy, honestly. Or was it 5? I don't play lottery.
I don't either. Jacob Dunman down on the field and quickly up for the Eagles. Williams Baptist going to keep possession of the ball here. Just over 5 minutes to play.
And obviously, because of rules, every foul, any substitution, that clock's going to stop.
Great header there by Kansas Wesleyan, but the ball ends up back to the Eagles, then just cleared out and ran down by one of the white jerseys.
Yeah, the second half's been funny because I think we started to get to know everyone's name for Williams Baptist, but I don't think we've hardly mentioned them this half.
Some growing frustrations from the Kansas Wesleyan sideline. They feel like they've missed a couple of calls tonight, and that's somewhat understandable. They have been letting them play, but I think that one's a little bit of nothing. This one stays with the Coyotes. They're going to try to push the ball down the pitch, and they got a runner here at the net. We might have a shot at another one, but fancy footwork here. Put one over the middle, and he had a shot at it. Just goes outside as Mateo Hoyos tried putting that one on the net and just couldn't get the right foot planted to get that one in.
Yeah, and once again, it's over those wing backs, stretches the centre backs away. Just wish they'd have done that in the first half.
That was maybe the best look they've had all night.
Yeah, I agree. I think that was a really good chance. I think the striker there's got to stay between the posts. It's difficult for him to try to direct that ball on frame.
Inside the 85th minute, and the season of the Kansas Wesleyan Coyotes starting to slip away. They trail 2-0 here in the first round, the opening round of the NAIA Men's National Tournament. Going down hard on his left knee. One of the Baptist players, again, crunching his stomach perfectly where the announcers can't see his number. Possibly 7. Oh, there's not a 7 on the roster. That is 11. As Arthur Ferreira was finally up and little limping on his left knee there. He did hit pretty hard. But it's back up. We will resume this one. Yeah, inside the at almost the 86-minute mark.
Yeah, Eddie Flores for Kansas Wesleyan gets the yellow card. If you're going to get a yellow card, they're the ones you want, at least.
Play hard and aggressive at the point of attack.
Yeah. And they're trying to go over that area again when they've got success. I like it. Time's ticking though.
Yeah, just under 4 minutes to play, and then another stoppage.
Yeah, bit of time wasting. I'll do exactly the same.
I will say this about Williams Baptist. They have been absolutely consistent all night. I mean, they have not made an error where it was out of characteristic or something that didn't seem like it was completely planned. A little bit of confusion about the lineup here. Kansas Wesleyan notes.
Going to see a lot of stoppages now. Last few minutes.
Very fine in the middle of the field there. This guy's going to try to push it downfield, and they do. And they get a shot on the right side here to cross it back to the middle. Choose to attack the right side of the box.
They've got numbers in the box.
Maybe a long shot here. They're going to try to put one over the middle and then head it out again by another black jersey, just finding a way to the ball. Like maybe a Pele kick attempt there by the Coyotes, not able to pull through, and again just dribbled out by somebody in a black jersey.
Defensively, they've been solid. Kansas Wesleyan can't figure out a way to get through.
That's going to try to take another running shot at it here. They have no numbers in the box now over the middle. Nothing there. They try to clear it out to the outside. They're able to. And another stoppage. Under 3 minutes to play. Did they issue a yellow card? I don't believe they did.
Don't think they did.
Seth Flores coming up a little limpy at this one, obviously wanting to stay in this game. Middle fielder, freshman from Salina, Kansas, right in the heart of Kansas.
It's a great ball.
But again, just another Eagle finds his way, hunts the ball down, the ball into the other side of the pitch. There's now an open net and a runner, and then a trip is the ball is going to go back to Kansas Wesleyan. They cannot believe they didn't get a call there. Great slide tackle by Pagnotti, who's going to end up with the ball back in his possession and try to clear this one out. Andre Ackerman is very upset. He felt like he had a free run at a shot at an open net in the national tournament. His hand's still on his head. Can't believe it. Can't believe he didn't get a whistle.
He's obviously felt contact and gone down. I don't believe he would not have contact and gone down and not scored. Big call there from the ref.
I apologize. That was actually Jacob Doman who was on the free run there. Just under 2 minutes to play. See what Kansas Wesleyan does with it here. See if they're going to try to go wide, maybe attack outside of the box here, set up something over the middle. They got numbers on the outside. They kick it inside. And again, Eagles just able to stifle this one away. And then a shot from outside the box. Now over the middle.
Goal!
They set that up beautifully. They ran their gunners to the outside, their strikers to the outside of the box. And left an open middle open. And for the first time tonight, Rodrigo Pena makes a bad decision and overflow to the right side of the box and left the whole left side of the open net. Now with just over a minute and a half to play, we've got a ball game, folks. Kansas Wesleyan is back on the board. They trail 2-1 with a minute 33 to play.
Just don't know if they've got enough time.
And the game of keep away begins.
It's going to be into the corners, doing what they can.
Trying to get everybody to flow to that right side right now. And that's exactly what Kansas Wesleyan does. And they open up an opportunity here to clear it out, and they do. They've got numbers on the right side right now. If they go back to the other side, we got a free runner down the court or down the field here. They go to set up this left side, the same exact strategy as last time, but they flood the middle this time. This is going to stay with Kansas Wesleyan.
This is exciting. They're getting numbers in the box.
Just under 56 to play. They're going to have a shot at it here. Puts one on the net just off the right side.
Chance to be a hero there.
Clock is ticking. 45 seconds.
You're going to see a lot of time wasting. Wouldn't surprise me if he wants a yellow card here.
Rodrigo Pena might start doing the Macarena here with 30 seconds left. Take as much time off as he can. See if they add any time to the clock.
The direct, persistent play from Kansas Wesleyan paid off.
Pena back there making a sandwich in the box right now. Finally decides to kick this one out. Wesleyan comes down with it after the header. They're going to get another free run at it here. They're going to get a shot at the box. It's on the net. It is good. Oh, no, it's off the net. I'm so sorry. That looked like that went in. What a absolute masterful shot on goal. And a little bit of a scrum behind the net there. What a look at the net.
He hit it so sweet. It just hit the side net, and he just needed to go across goal.
Seth Flores, who we called his name a ton in this second half, had an absolute dime just too far to the right. It looked from our perspective like it went into the net, and I apologize for the missed call there. It looked like that was good, but just outside. Final seconds are going to tick off the clock here.
That's game.
Arms stretched in the air, and Williams Baptist staves off the late game comeback as Kansas Wesleyan had a shot at it with 33 seconds left. Seth Flores He's going to be thinking about that one for a long, long time as he falls to the field here at an absolute, probably the best look of the night at the net for the Coyotes. That one just goes too far to the right. Rodrigo Pena played an absolute masterful game in the box with both of the goal that he was given up and that one was the only two times all night that he's really been out of possession or position, excuse me. Gives up that late goal and makes this one interesting. But regardless, the Eagles of Williams Baptist out of Arkansas come 8 hours to Omaha and find themselves a winner in the opening round of the NAIA Men's National Tournament. They will take on the number 5 ranked Bellevue Bruins right here at Morrison Stadium in Omaha, Nebraska on Saturday afternoon. Get here early. There's going to be a ton of purple and gold in attendance. And I hope that game's as interesting as this one was.
Yeah, that second half was fantastic. Fair play to Kansas Wesleyan. They gave it everything they did. It was just a bit too late, wasn't it? Just Williams Baptist showed their class in the first half and probably won it through that. So it's going to be a great game on Saturday. I can't wait.
Yeah, really intriguing that, when we talked to the coaching staffs before the game, I mean, Kansas Wesleyan was open about the fact that they wanted to be aggressive and control the time of possession. We didn't really see them implement any of that until the second half. And it was really the difference in this game. But again, Kansas Wesleyan, their season comes to an end after a 2-1 loss to Williams Baptist, who will take on Bellevue University here at noon. We haven't been instructed about anything post game, so I think that's going to do it for us here. We appreciate everybody that joined us. I'm Jimmy Allen. That's Tom White. We will be back with you Saturday afternoon. Again, Williams Baptist wins 2-1 over Kansas Wesleyan. Will advance to play Bellevue University on Saturday. We'll talk to you then.